Well, here we are at the American Football Media Day, the American Conference, 14 teams. I'm getting to meet all the head coaches, some of the key players. This is a great conference. 4 of these head coaches left to go to Florida, Auburn, Arkansas, Oklahoma State. Future stars, current stars of college football, guys that don't get enough recognition. And we're here to give them some today. Catch, Jake.
Take the trip.
Well, thank you guys for being here. We got Coach Mortensen, and you took over the team last year as the interim coach. We all know who your dad was, the great Chris Mortensen. But maybe you could just give us a quick summary of where you think this team is heading into the season.
Well, you know, one, I think if you go back to winter and spring ball, it is a very hard-working group, and they are very competitive. You know, that's one thing I think we saw in spring practice, from practice 1 to practice 15. It was highly competitive, very intense. Every practice, start to finish, 1 through 15. Now, where that will take us and where that will get us, I don't know. You know, but in terms of the competitive character and the work ethic, and I think the other part, too, is the team, the camaraderie. I think these guys would tell you this. With the portal now, I think a lot of people kind of give up on the idea of team. Let's just get a collection of individuals and try to go play. These guys, they're coming together as a team, bonding, holding each other accountable. So I think all those things are really good, and we'll see where that takes us.
Let me hear from you guys. Yeah. UAB. Why UAB, Ryder? Why'd you go there?
That man right there. He was really the selling point for me. I work with a collection of guys out in California called 3DQB. One of the guys they have the privilege of working with is Bryce Young. So I know Bryce had the connection to Mort at Alabama, so I called John and I was like, hey, John, can you just text Bryce for me, tell me what his thoughts were on Coach Mortensen? And he texted back and he's like, he's one of my favorite coaches I ever played for. When a Heisman Trophy winner in the first overall pick in the draft tells you that, it's probably something you should listen to. So I took the visit. Coach Morton knocked the socks off me and my mom, and when Mom says yes, that's where I'm going to end up playing. So.
How about you, Ike? I mean, you're at Oklahoma State.
Yes, sir.
You end up at UAB. What is it about UAB that attracted you?
I mean, when I first took my visit, when I was sitting with Coach Moore, I feel like it was just a connection that we had in the meeting room. I feel like, you know, the connection of what he stood for about the culture was it was amazing. And I feel like it was something that I wanted to be a part of, you know, because it was more just not about individual, but more about the team.
If I came to UAB and watched you guys for a month, what would I walk away with saying, man, what is the UAB brand of football that Alex Mortensen's bringing?
Well, I can tell you what we're working towards is, one, we want to be hardworking. You know, I think that's the first thing, is to prepare at a high level, hardworking, intense, consistent in the way we work and prepare. I think the second thing is like effort. Like, I want to play with relentless effort, great competitors, start to finish, fight to the end, scrap, like whatever, you know, that's the first thing in terms of how we play. The second is I want to play smart. So we want to play really hard. We want to play smart football. That's one, obviously having discipline to do your job, but it's also like understanding the big picture of the game. That's the other thing we want these guys to do, is get educated on the big picture, situational football. And then finally playing together. Like, that's the other thing I mentioned a minute ago. Like, we don't want to give up on this idea of having a team, you know, in a day of transfer portal and all those things, rosters turning over. Like, we're going to have a team. So one, we want to prepare at a high level, work hard, play really hard, play smart, and then play together. That's what we're looking to do.
You've seen Coach Mortensen on the sideline during games. I've never heard him mic'd up. I want a quick summary. What's he like on game day?
He is as flatline even kill can be. You know,
wow.
Not too high, never too low. You know, we play a game that's an emotional roller coaster. But as quarterbacks and as the play caller, obviously you have to be able to focus and have some poise to you. And I think Coach Morton does a great job of that. Then when we come off to the sideline, there's a little more emotion. Hey, Ryder, we got to see this. Hey, Ryder, great throw. Right? There's that too. But I think throughout the time where I'm on the field personally, it's very even keeled, focusing on the next play, death by 1,000 cuts.
What ticks you off? What makes you throw your headset? Come on now. You can't be flatlining all. What's the one thing I'm throwing at something?
I think you tell you practice is probably a little different, and there have been some headsets broken. But look, I can't stand dumb decisions. Like it kills me, particularly if it's something that we have explicitly covered. You know, that really drives me crazy. You know, and especially the ones that end up with the ball going to the other team.
Yeah, I'm sweating right now just thinking about that.
Yeah.
You know, I think every defense, they got to have a linebacker that can make the calls, make the plays, and be a leader, man, behind the scenes, in the weight room, on the way home. Is that got some of your stuff written in there? Is that some of the stuff you're going to bring? What is your style? Who the heck are you? I want to know who you are.
Well, yeah, I just feel like starting off, I just feel like I'm a leader just up front. You know, I just want everybody to be on the same page, just on the same page in the weight room, on the same page on the field. And I feel like just once we all collide together, we can all just be dynamic on the field.
I got to ask you this. I made a list, Coach Mortensen. The NIL, the transfer portal, building the culture. How the hell do you build the culture these days? You got alumni pressure. You got to deal with them. You got to raise money. You got to put the game plans together. You open up with Illinois. You got all these demands. Why are you doing this? What would make anybody want to be a college coach?
Well, look, I'll say this. My first coaching job was at New Mexico Highlands. It was a Division II program. Most of our players showed up after the 4th of July. We didn't get them there in June. We had a lot of transfers. A lot of guys come in late. We had 8 weeks to get that team together and go kick the ball off and play. I had a blast. I wasn't thinking about those things. And I go, man, we got 8 weeks to get this group to become a team with the guys I was working with, the head coach I'm working for. And so I go, like, man, if I had fun then doing it there, like, why can't we have fun and find fulfillment in this? And I'll say this, like, we have not given up on all those cultural principles. And I think the key to me was setting the tone. You know, as soon as everyone's feet hit the floor in January, I thought our strength coach, our whole staff, Lyle Henley, our strength coach, our whole staff did a great job of setting the tone of what we want and what we expect. You know, and I give credit to these guys too. You know, the new guys that were returning. You know, they also help, you know, set a tone of what they want the team to be. So, you know, I think you can complain and get negative, but at the end of the day, these are the circumstances we're dealt. Let's adapt.
Mm-hmm. I think adversity, you almost have to have a contingency plan for adversity. I mean, we're going to fall behind in a game. The ref's going to throw a couple flags. You know what I mean? You got to handle adversity. You're going to have injuries.
Yeah.
There's going to be some points during the season where you're down 14-0. You throw an interception. What's Alex Mortensen like then? What's your message to these young guys who you're just starting to work with?
Right. Well, I will say this. I think it's one of the best things. I had an opportunity to work for Nick Saban for 9 years, and I thought just the psychology of how he coached the team. I mean, one, there was always an underlying intensity with him. But, man, there was also an element of, hey, win the next play the next play, and that's ultimately going to create the best result. And so I think that was one thing that, you know, we're going to carry over here is really focusing on what's next. You know, what's the next step? What's the next step in front of us? So, you know, there's always going to be an emotional element to the game, but I think we talk about keeping the fire in the fireplace, not letting it get out and burn your house down. So I think that's part of it. And then you talk about contingency plans. I think getting from a schematic standpoint, I think it's why, you know, I don't know how you are. I struggle a little bit I want to carry every play I can carry because you want to be ready for if you fall down in a game, if the weather gets bad, if somebody gets hurt,
the contingency plan is more important than the plan itself sometimes.
That's right. So we do try to carry and we all prepare I think a pretty wide array of things and create a good foundation in training camp so we have ways to pivot if we get into a game if we need to.
Give me 2 players on your offense you can't wait to play with.
Start off, it'd be C.J. Smith. Just really excited for him. You know, a guy that's been around a lot of programs, been a little banged up, but he's finally healthy. I think he's really ready to roll. And then another guy would be Cooper Young. It's a guy that I lived with in West Virginia, brought him down with me. I'm really excited to see how he takes off at that offensive line position.
How about on defense? Who can't you wait to hit the field with?
I can't wait to hit the field. Probably with Marlo Dean. You know, he started off at Georgia, bumped to a couple of schools at first, but I feel like he's one of the best edge rushers that we have, you know, and I feel like he can really go. I feel like he has a motor. You know, I feel like another player that would probably be Daryl Sweet, came from Marshall. I feel like the abilities that he displayed during spring I can't wait to see that on the field.
Open up with Illinois.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's a tough opponent. Have you got to look at tape on the Illini, or are you just taking it day to day?
Yeah, no, we take time in the spring and in the summer to really work on, you know, a number of our opponents. And so, yeah, we've looked at them, and it's certainly going to be a challenge. There'll be a challenge, and this is a great league. You know, we're going to have challenges from start to finish. So it's part of what makes it exciting.
Hey, if I took away your cell phone for a week, what would you miss the most?
Nothing.
Hurry up. What would you miss?
My wife would kill me. That's what it
What
would
about
be.
you? What would you miss the most?
Probably being able to call my mom.
I thought you were going to say recruiting or something.
Yeah.
You
Call my
guys are
mom.
Killing me. Last thing I had is, what about your snap count?
Which one do you want
You
to hear?
know, I'm a big believer in.
Dummy.
Give him a dummy.
Can I hear something? Yeah.
Are you kidding? We came prepared for this. Here we go. Turtles tonight! 180! What I said! 100!
That's exactly what I expect from Coach Morton.
Come on now.
Man. I mean, that's great. I hope you guys have a great year. Thanks for joining me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
What's
We
your
appreciate
mascot? Do you even know?
Yeah, Blazer.
What the heck is
Dragon.
It's a dragon.
it? It's a dragon?
Yes, sir.
What else can take a dragon?
I don't know. But
That's what I'm saying.
you're married?
Yes, sir.
What about you?
Not yet.
Okay.
On my way, probably.
Don't rush. So are you going to call the plays this year?
Yes, sir.
And who are how about Todd Grantham? I want to know about your defensive coordinator.
Yeah, really excited to have.
I mean,
Todd
how'd you
Grant.
get him?
Well, look, first of all, I'm excited that we're able to get him. And Todd and I worked together at Alabama in 2022. And so we have a similar background. He's worked for Coach Saban twice. I worked for Coach Saban for 9 years. So I think there's some alignment there. So when we had an opportunity here, we got in touch and it didn't take long. We got moving pretty quick. So I'm excited about Todd because one, I think he's a really smart coach. Two, I think he's really demanding. And then three, he connects with our players. And so I think he's got really good leadership qualities. So I'm fired up to have him here and we're ready to get to work.
He'll heat you up, won't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he does a great job. I
awesome.
have known him, respected him a long time. Good luck to you. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thanks,
having
Coach.
us.
Great to see you, Coach. Yep. Thank you guys for being here. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You see, you got any plays you like? You got any red zone? Anything you like down there? Give me something.
Give me something. I'll go.
Give him Hoshak.
That's my favorite.
What is it?
Hoshak.
Give him. Hey,
Whole shack or whole shot?
Hoshak.
Whole shack.
Hoshak.
Okay,
What
let's see.
formation you wanted out of?
I'd go funk.
Okay.
I would do that, or I would do bite.
Nah, I'm going Hoshak for sure. Do you want it stacked?
Yeah.
Okay. So how we're gonna start this off? It's a closed open read.
Get
Okay.
out of the way so we can get it on the camera. I mean,
Here we go.
that spells.
We're gonna start here. We're gonna go spot up versus open. He's gonna bend it versus closed and post safety.
He's selling a spot route?
Yes, sir.
Show of hands or just a little stutter?
Just a little
hesitation?
stutter. Take some patience.
Love
Pop
that.
up. Okay. Then we're gonna release here clean. Hopefully get out. Hooker route. Back down your stem. Come to the quarterback. We're gonna run a flat here, and we're gonna play. If it's middle closed, we're gonna play this hook or a curl flat squeeze.
3 deep, you're
3
playing.
deep, we're playing curl
outside.
flat. Yes, most likely. Then over here, what do you want front side, Coach Mark? Do you want?
Yeah.
We want what you want, man.
Draw the juke with the corner.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. This is our zero alert right here.
Love that.
So play there, obviously, versus zero. Get your depth. We need to hit the back box on this throw. They can't leave this short. Then we got our juke route where we can play versus open. So he's got a three-way go. He can sit, snap across, or snap back out. The only thing he can't do is pipe it, obviously.
So if you
because
get
of the shoot.
quarters, you love that, right?
Love that.
That's field of dreams.
Yeah,
isn't it,
absolutely.
Almost like Zorro in the high red, huh?
Man? Yes, it is.
I mean, we get fired up when anytime we can get one of these guys one
You
on
know how
one.
good your system is? I mean,
This guy's phenomenal.
I mean, he's
I'm telling you,
one of the best kept secrets in college football.
Absolutely.
In football, period.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you got that in the red zone?
Yeah, oh yeah, we got a lot in the red zone. A lot of fun stuff down there.
Okay, sit
So,
down real quick. Let me see you get up there, Junior. Let me see what you got real quick. You got any penmanship?
Yeah, I got you.
Just real quick, just the base front or your premier #1 front. You got to go quick here. The NCAA's on my ass about being overtime. You guys know that, right? You get in the NFL, the collective bargaining agreement tells us coaches we can't practice too long, or we get fined or fired with cause.
something about those
Yeah,
guys.
I wouldn't
in
want to
there,
yell
man.
at you guys,
Hey.
or are you sensitive or are
Coach,
you mentally tough?
Mentally tough, coach.
You got to be mentally.
Been studying
tough,
you
man.
for a
No
while.
matter what
We got to be
formation I
mentally
put,
tough.
What?
No matter what formation I put.
No, it doesn't matter. I just want to see your front. You're drawing the offense, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm drawing.
Okay,
the
let me
offense.
see what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got. I want to see where you are.
I got you. Yeah, so right here, he was talking about a red zone play. We're gonna run one invert sticky. So we're gonna have 2 sticky players. Right now, safety's gonna come down to the down tight end. He's going to be off the back. This is a sticky player here, and I'm playing a sticky player here. If he decides to come inside, I would take that. He would get to the power line and help off the corner. If not, if he decides to go out, I would get to the back line. I'll be helping with the corner if he decides to come in. But the plan of how this plays out, if he was to go fast, he would take that. He would be on the back power line. If he doesn't go fast, if he checks or anything
You've
comes
been playing
up,
for Todd Grantham, man. This is exciting, man. You got a great offensive head coach. You got a
Yeah.
great defensive
Head
coach.
coach. Oh,
Birmingham, Alabama is a nice place to be, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I hope you guys kick some ass, have a hell of a year.
Thank
man.
you, sir.
If I can ever, here, put my number in your phone, will you?
I will, gladly.
Yeah, give you my number, maybe shoot me a text.
Absolutely.
Coach Hartline, thanks for joining us.
Coach Gruden.
Yeah.
Glad to be here.
We're really excited to have you in Tampa.
We're excited to be
And
here.
everybody knows who you are. You're a great pro football player, Ohio State Buckeye. If I was behind the scenes watching the Bulls, what am I going to see? What are you most excited about with this group this fall?
Well, it's the growth. To see these guys come in, those that chose to stay, those that chose to come, to see them grow through the offseason, and then hit some spring ball, get a feel for a new offense, new defense, and then to see their growth to where they are now going into fall camp. If you were able to see that whole picture, it'd be pretty special.
This college football is weird to me, man. I mean, I was a college coach at one time, but we got a whole new team at USC.
Oh, yeah.
Not only a new coaching staff, but you got like a whole new team.
Oh, yeah.
I want to hear from you. And why they call you Pup anyway?
I got the nickname in my 8th grade year. I started practicing with the new high school I was going to. Coach said, I'm going to call you Pup because I know one day you're going to be a big dog, and it's stuck ever since.
You are a big dog. But you one of these guys I'm talking about. I think I saw you in South Carolina.
Yes, sir.
I think I saw you playing for the Gators.
Yes, sir.
Why South Florida? Why Heartline? What are you doing here?
Yeah, so after I decided to enter Florida after leaving Florida, one of the biggest reasons I came here, not only Coach Hartline, but Coach Aldridge as well. When Coach Aldridge texted me, I agreed to visit. I came here and I seen the fire in Coach Hartline's eyes. I heard him speak. We talked like heavily about the vision that they have for me and the vision that they have for the team. I fell in love with it. I'm from Jacksonville. I was in Gainesville, now Tampa, so not too far from home, and either stop. So I knew that it was a place for me. I'm glad I made that
I'm
decision.
anxious to see the big dog bite, man.
Absolutely.
I really am.
Absolutely.
And why you're at Florida Atlantic? I saw that. You're here. What made you join forces with South Florida?
Really, it began to play with Byron Brown. That's the reason I came here initially. And then when it stayed, I was always a fan of Ohio State, how they use their tight ends, how they use their offense. Yeah. And I saw that Hartline came here, and I had a conversation with him, had a really good conversation with him, saw where he was trying to have the school go, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
I was up at Ohio State with you last year watching you. You're the offensive coordinator. It's the best group of receivers I've ever seen, man.
Wait, which one? Last year?
Yeah. I mean, those guys are great. But are you going to call the plays? What's your style going to be as a first-year head coach?
Yeah, I think that I learned a lot from Coach Meyer and Coach Day, and so I'm going to do what's right for the players. I think the initial thought is to hopefully Tim Beck can tackle that bad boy and be my guy. I mean, we work in tandem. I'll be heavily involved, but Tim's done a great job over his career. Being at Ohio State, being at NC State, being in Texas, and being a former head coach, like he gets it. So we've got a great mastermind in that offensive staff room, and I look forward to working alongside Tim. But Tim, at this point, I don't see any reason he can't be calling the plays, and but I'll be heavily involved, and we'll work in tandem, and I think it'll be a good pairing.
It's really cool right now that we're undefeated. Everybody's excited. We're in this air-conditioned thing right here. I want to know what really pisses you off. Like, what makes Hartline throw his headset?
It might be good to ask them, but I would say, anytime we don't maximize a situation, whether it be as a player, as a coaching staff, I just love maximizing people. So if we clearly outline our expectations, clearly outline what we're trying to get done, and we don't act as we're trying to achieve that, I just feel like it's time wasted. And these guys have 3 to 5 years, as you know. They're trying to earn the opportunity to go play in the NFL. They're trying to earn the opportunity to win conference championships, compete in the CFP. And any day you don't maximize yourself or maximize your teammate or maximize the opportunity, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I love that.
The lack of maximization per day, per hour is really what kind of fires me up.
I think there's some excuses out there that I hear. It's a new system. I never played with this guy. I didn't know the defensive coordinator. We don't have time for that crap. You're a veteran. You're coming in here. They had some great linebackers at USF last year, man. They made all the tackles.
Yeah.
And for you to come in here and make sure that we don't stay the same, we get better, I want to know what you're bringing to the team and as a leader also.
Yeah, so I feel like my two best qualities is my leadership and my work ethic. I push those guys around me to work as hard as I do, and they've done a good job at pushing me and us pushing each other. So I think that, as cliche as it sounds, like iron does sharpen iron, and we get better each and every day, especially with not only the coaches, but with our strength coach, Coach AT. Like, he pushes us to the next level, and as players and as his staff, we challenge each other and we get better. So I'm happy to bring that leadership and that work ethic to allow us to go out there and play well.
Well, give me 2 South Florida Bulls on defense that you can't wait to play with.
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Put 'em on the spot.
Yeah, there's a lot, but
I want
my two, I would say is I love my D line. I'll list 2 guys. I'll list Mike Will. He's been at South Florida, and I'm really excited for him. And then we got Asani Redwood. He's one of our interior guys, and he's the next level as well. So we have a whole bunch that I could list, but those are the 2 guys.
Let me ask you this: the Ohio State, they use the tight end to not only catch passes, but they blocked the C gap, man. They pass protected, they blocked, and it allowed them to do everything on offense. What are your strengths, and what are some of the things you're going to bring to this offense?
I like to say I'm a jack of all trades. I like to say that there's not one thing that I specialize in, just to be good at everything that the job requires. You got to cut off the C gap to go catch a touchdown. So I'm gonna cut off that C gap to best of my ability.
Can they detach you out there and make you a wide out and put you in the slot?
Yes, sir.
You see how you lit up, smiling. You love that stuff. I ain't stupid. I got to make a list here with you.
All right, here we go.
You're a head coach.
Yep.
You're not a coordinator. You're not a player anymore. But now you got to deal with the NIL, the transfer portal. You got to try to build a culture with players that are coming and going. You got to deal with these alumni. You got to raise money once in a while. You got to handle your assistants.
Yep.
Some of you assistants are hard to deal with.
Coach the coaches.
Exactly. And then you got to put together some game plans to win in this conference.
Yep.
I'm just curious, why do you want to be a coach? That just sounds like agony.
Man, how much time do we
Yeah,
have?
no,
Okay,
seriously.
so never thought I would be, right? And going through as a player, every coach in the world was like, oh, Hart, you're going to be a great coach one day. I said, the crap I am. So, but God had a plan, and I found myself getting around players. And that's where I fell in love. The players is what it's all about. So if you're driven by the best interest of the player, the rest falls into line. Whether you're hiring your coaches, coaching your coaches, game plan specific, raising funds for those players. I mean, everything's about the players. So that was my motivation. That hasn't changed. And where I really love maximizing guys to go chase lifelong dreams. So to help these guys go chase the NFL, which is the pinnacle of everything we try to do in our sport, I really relish in that opportunity. And so to also couple that with growing these guys as young men, understanding how to deal with people and talk to gentlemen like yourself, like it's just so engaging and so rewarding to be able to do
meaningful,
that stuff.
man. Yeah,
No, it's awesome, and I never thought that happened.
Let me ask you this.
Come on.
Let me ask you this,
Yep.
because, like I said, it's all positive right now. But I believe contingency planning is as big a part of anything. There's going to be adversity.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be behind in one game. Something bad's going to happen. There's going to be injuries. All kind of bad things can happen.
Yep.
You're down 13-0. We just get a ball tipped. It's intercepted. What do you give to your players as a message when it's tough, when things are really
That's when you show your character, right? Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, when things are easy and smooth, like right now, going into camp, everyone's a starter, right? The trueness of it all is when adversity strikes, you find out the most about people, right? And so now you can't just become someone you're not. You're earning that right now. So we got to make sure we're putting in the work now to be able to respond when adversity hits. So if we do put that work in, we can fall back on our training, and that's what we look forward to.
This is the most exciting time in USF football history. I mean, I go over there, I see Derek Brooks walking around. They got a stadium, man. They're building a freaking stadium, the facilities. You got Hart here. I mean, this is an incredible time. Do you guys feel the buzz, the energy over there?
Absolutely. Especially like the way that we walk from training, like you have to walk from the locker room to the indoor, and every day you walk down there, you see the construction workers, like no matter, we're walking down 5 o'clock in the morning, they're up there with their lights, with the cranes, like they're moving.
Literally.
And like we're excited about it because there's so much, there's so much work being put into this program, and we're really excited to take this place to the next level.
You brought up a quarterback's name. I'm going to end with you. You brought up a quarterback's name that was here last year, did a hell of a job.
Yes, sir.
He left. He went to Auburn.
Yeah.
And I want to know, what are we doing at quarterback? We got a couple guys that's very competitive. What's going to be going on in training camp? Is there a quarterback that's taking advantage and taking it by the chains, or is it still a battle?
It's actually been super exciting to just see the quarterbacks, see those guys go to work. They all feel like they have a chip on their shoulder. They all feel like they deserve to be the starter, and it's really cool to see those guys compete every day.
Well, that's a good political answer.
Great,
Coach.
great job.
Somebody's got to
You know,
run
I'm just
out
saying.
there
Yeah.
and play. And
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you got a couple highly
Oh, yeah.
touted guys.
Oh, yeah.
What's your plan going in to solve that problem?
Frankly, we're in a great spot. You're, as a coach, you know, like you love when these guys get to have to compete for something, and not just it's a foregone conclusion and this guy's got the job, and you just never know personality-wise if they kind of take their foot off the gas. The ability for these guys to push each other throughout training camp, spring ball, I mean, it's going to be awesome. Now, there will be a turning point where you gotta make a decision, because you got to forge a team here. You got to start building some camaraderie as far as who's operating. We'll see how that plays out. You know, we did a lot of that at Ohio State, a lot of those experiences. So I'm very well versed in that world, but I'm really excited where we're at right now. I love the guys that are competing, and they're making each other better. So
I see you're
good.
coaching a lot of the drills, man. He's running the drills with the guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know he was a hell of a player, but I want to just give a quick, maybe a little feedback on him as a coach. We don't have him wired yet, but I'm going to get him wired for sound. What's he like? How do you describe your head coach?
Whenever you're, sometimes we'll have like offensive, defensive lifts. And then whenever you're having your defensive lift, and even though he's an offensive mind, but your head coach is there and he's talking to the players around and he's coaching the defensive players and everything like that. I mean, that just is an account to the type of man and the type of coach he is. He's just like brings fire and energy every single day. I know, we're a close-knit team, and sometimes we go out, like I go out to eat with like the offensive players. And they're like, when Coach Harline looks at me, like, I snap into that trance to get right back to work. So he brings that energy that allows us to go out there and better ourselves.
Must be a hell of a recruiter. Everybody says he's a hell of a recruiter. I'm like, maybe I can learn something.
He just sells himself, and that's all he needs to do. Like he's a great dude. He's a great coach.
Can I see you up on the board? Show me one route, your favorite route.
Oh, all right.
Okay, let me see something. I mean, you're playing for Brian freaking Hartline. Let me see what your favorite route is.
Like
I
just my
bet you
route
I know
or
what
the
it
whole
is.
concept?
Let me you just show me your route.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
do
the smallest circles I've ever seen. You know that?
We got to blur this out.
What?
We got,
Just your route.
just gonna
You're the
call
Y, right?
Yeah.
What is that, a middle read or a post?
This is a crosshash.
A cross hash?
So it's similar to a middle read, but it's more like, say it was cover 3, we trying to get the ball 18-22.
Is that the special seam?
there you go.
Yeah. What do you do against split safeties? What are you doing on that?
Take it higher,
Higher? What about it? If it's man-to-man, do you flatten it?
you flatten that.
God, I love you, man.
Negative.
I love the special seam, man.
Sir.
What about number 2? What would he be running?
Number 2.
Oh, let's see what you got here. That's good.
So we got. So really, he's trying to get really over here. So he has a. If it's cover 3, cover 1, blase, he's running up that hash like a little bit further from that hash.
I can't wait to
Plus
see
4.
you guys play, man. You know that?
If it's cover 2, he's gonna replace that safety, keep that high. And if it's cover 4, or he gets a man, really cover 4.
So you can play
gonna
both
flatten.
2 and 3, right?
I can play
And
outside
1.
too.
See what I'm saying? What's 1 doing?
He's going.
He's
but
gone.
if it's certain plays I can't say,
There you go.
You know what happens when you're number 1? If you're taking the gas off and you ain't running, that corner is going to midpoint that.
yeah.
I've seen him steal passes. So you better run that corner's feet down and step on his toes and leave his ass.
Yes, sir.
Because you know you're not probably getting the ball as number 1, don't you?
Yeah. But you always gotta expect it.
Always gotta expect it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
gotta expect it.
Jack of all trades right there. Jack of
Nice
all
job.
trades.
Are you wearing the green dot?
Yes, sir.
And how do you take advantage of the green dot? You played college football before the green dot.
Yes, sir.
What are you getting What do you want is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so Coach Aldridge does like a great job at like just informing what to expect. I mean, he coaches us throughout the week to know what to expect, depending on the formation, the down and distance, like all that type of stuff. But before, with the amount of time that he gets, he'll let us know what to expect. If we need to communicate other things to other people in the field, we're allowed to do that. The green dot, though, like, it's not a crutch. It's just an extension of Coach Aldridge on the field. And I'm excited for it. Like, I had the green dot in 2024 at Florida, so I was really excited about that. It's helpful, but it's not a crutch, though. So
Last, stand up for me, will you?
Yes, sir.
I just want to see you play linebacker. What's your stance? And I'm interested in this. I'm interested in this.
Yes, sir.
Standard operating procedure.
Yes, sir.
I mean, are you seeing the backfield set,
All right,
line splits?
I'll give you.
Yeah.
This is limited access. You gotta make people pay for this. All right. So I'll tell you the free.
Okay,
all
good.
right. So boom. So at first, so you got the mic and the wheel. So my wheel is getting lined up. I know I'm already going to be in the middle of the defense, right? So I'm walking back and I'm looking at the signalers for the call. But I'm going back and forth. Formation call, formation call. Give me the call. I'm already knowing what to expect because I already got the picture of the formation. I line up in the middle of the field. I give my call. I echo it to everybody. I make the strength call and I alert motions and everything like that. 4 seconds max, I'm already set, knowing what to expect, and we're good.
Like close right, wise off, something like that?
Yeah.
Let me feel it.
All right, I got you.
You're the quarterback, hell.
Yeah. A little run back. Show right.
That's good, man. Have a seat. Last thing I'll tell you, right? Remember these 4 letters, LOMM, loam, large, open, moving mouth. So I got to understand what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yes,
it's
sir.
exciting. You ain't no pup. You're a big dog. It's time to eat. Good luck
sir.
to you. Yeah,
I appreciate
can't wait
that.
to watch you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I want you to do 2 things for me.
What do you want to see?
Block the C gap. Pass protect.
He knows.
You put that on tape. If you put that on tape, I'm just telling you, that's going to help you bigger than you think. You know? And let's pick up the effort around here.
Yeah.
Like Roy Jones Jr., the old boxer. Remember him? Pensacola, Florida. I was asking him after we won the Super Bowl, how do you keep winning? He won the world championship, then he knocked another guy out, then he knocked another guy out. He told our players, he goes, it's never fucking good enough. It's never good enough. So we have a good practice, we have a good win, it still ain't good enough. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Next team, next snap, one snap at a time. It's never good enough. The effort, the execution, the details. We got a very short period of time. And so let's pick up the urgency, have a great training camp, and load your trucks up with cans of whoop ass. You know what I'm saying? Good love you, man. Good
sir.
what you got. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it.
I get all fired up, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, can I get an autograph from you?
Yours.
You guys make me laugh, man. You guys got the best hairstyles. I'll tell you this in the American Conference.
appreciate you.
Question. I love watching you play, Jack. I mean, you are a buzzsaw back there. A lot of changes, though, on defense. A lot of new players. Same for you. I mean, you were at Troy State. You end up here at Tulane.
Yes, sir.
I want to hear real quick about this defense. Where are you guys? Who are the 2 guys on defense you're looking forward to playing with that you haven't played with before?
We got a great defense guy. You know, we acquired a lot of people at the back end and stuff like that. So I feel like we're gonna have a lot of depth in the back end. Anybody can play at the linebacker position. Anybody can play also, and on the D line also. Like anybody can play on our defense. I'm looking forward to playing with. I ain't never played with before. Moncho Stevenson at corner. And K1 Kavon Banks.
That's good.
Yeah.
We got to come together
Yes,
quick
sir.
this training camp. How about you? Anybody?
I mean, every year, you know, with the turnover, we bring in about 40 new guys. But I think it's special that we brought back some core pieces of our defense. You know, us 2, of course, and then we got Kevin Adams, the other safety, Dixon Nagu. I'm excited to, you know, play alongside those guys. I've been with them for 3 years, so that's kind of like the heartbeat of this defense, I think. And then, you know, a young D-line, I'm excited to play with them, you know, see what they're bringing to the table, and, you know, be with them throughout this whole season, this whole process. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, I'm just ready to win. I'm just ready
You
to
guys
win
have done a
ball
good
games.
job of that. I mean, this Tulane football program has gone like this. And you guys have made a lot of noise. You make the college football playoffs. I knew Coach Summerall. I met him down in New Orleans and at the Manning Passing Academy. He leaves, goes to Florida. Talk about pressure. I mean, you become the head coach and you're in the college football playoffs now. Just where are you in terms of hiring your staff, getting orchestrated and organized here? Where are you?
Yeah, well, the cool thing for me is I was there with Coach Fritz in 19 and 20 and then came back with Coach Summerall.
Are you keeping all the assistants that were there?
We kept a bunch. We were able to keep a bunch. There was a lot of guys there that are New Orleans people, guys like Carter Sheridan and Brock Hayes that had been there and part of the build of Tulane. And then we were able to retain Taylor Polk as defensive coordinator. And then we brought in some guys that I was familiar with, as you know, Coach, and put the staff together. But we were able to get it done pretty quickly. And had a great spring, hard summer, and ready to roll.
If I were to spend a month with the Green Wave here in the next part of training camp, what do you envision coming out of the locker room for that opening game?
Yeah, I think we're a player-led program. We really are. I mean, you see these two guys, you just talk to them. We call it being a Tulane guy, man. I mean, we're kind of 10 years into a program here, from Coach Fritz going 7 years, then to John, and then now to me, where we've recruited a certain type of young man. We've been able to retain better than a lot of people at our level, probably because of the education that we have at Tulane, but also because of the type of people we recruit. And we're a player-led team. We are. We really are. A lot of people say that, but we are. And I think you'll see a team that plays really hard for each other and hopefully plays fast, scores a lot of points. A team you like to watch.
Yeah, heck, I coached your quarterback in the Hula Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big loss. That guy was a hell of a player.
He was.
Where are you at quarterback now? I mean, that's a big part of anybody's offense. You're calling the plays. It's your offense.
Yeah.
Where are you at QB?
Yeah. So we got two older guys that have played a lot of football. Caden Samanza's back. He was the Ball State. He was at Ball State, freshman of the year in the MAC 2 years ago, was in our program. And then Zion Chris, who started at Louisiana Lafayette, was an unbelievable player for them, then went to Houston with Coach Fritz. So together they started 40-something college games. So we got a lot of confidence in both of them. And then we got a young guy coming up. You'll recognize his name, Trace Johnson. He's Doug Johnson's son. He's an early enrollee, true freshman. He's going to be a good one too. And so I like the competition we got at quarterback. I think those guys can play.
How about you? Are you wearing that green dot?
I am. I am.
You laughing, aren't you? What is it about it that you like, you dislike? Is it benefiting you or does it restrict you? A lot of guys don't like that.
It don't really restrict me, but I think it benefits some guys in some cases, but I think it benefit me, especially because, my DC Coach Folk, he crazy guy. He be out of my ear.
Well, they're counting on you to communicate.
Exactly.
They can give you some reminders, right? Like, hey, don't forget to check this or do this, right?
Right.
Can I just see you stand up and see your stance like playing linebacker? Because you are one good-looking linebacker.
Let's go.
But what's your standard operating procedure when the offense breaks the huddle? What do you look at, and what's some basic communication at Tulane like?
I look at the formation. It depends what type of coverage you're gonna be playing, stuff like that. And then I key in my guard. Whenever placing out, whenever bossing out, I just go do my job, execute my job.
I just what do you sound like? Give me something you would say, like close left or something.
Nah, I'd be like Zora, match. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, sit down. You get fired up. So I want to hear you now. You're playing safety, and really the world I come from, we got to have safeties that can play nickel, big nickel. Guys that can play in the post, play split safety, play nickel. Then the jet sweep goes. You got to play linebacker. Yep. You got to know the run fits. Where are you? I have 85 tackles, 2 picks. You're all over the freaking play. I call you Tylenol, man, because you give me headaches watching you. Where's your game going? What can you do better this year?
This year specifically, just finishing tackles. I was blessed to be put in the position to make a lot of plays, but I just like to finish more of those. I dropped the pick against South Alabama, and that one's been on my mind for a while now. But it's just finishing plays, leaving no doubt on the field, really. Just continue to, pedal to the metal.
I was an offensive head coach, and my idea of being with the defense was I tried to get after your ass on the practice field.
Yeah.
He's got to coach your offense. Being an offensive head coach is different than a defensive head coach.
Yep.
Summerall was a defensive guy.
That's right.
I want to know about what you see in your head coach. How would you explain him to America? What's it like playing for him?
what it's like playing for him. It's
Yeah.
great playing for Coach. You know, you see some crazy stuff in practice from Coach, and I'm gonna continue to see some crazy stuff from Coach. So it just
He puts the pressure on you defensively.
He puts the pressure
right?
on the defensive, but I love it though. I love the pressure.
How about you?
I mean, Coach is great to be around. You know, he always makes my day better. You run into him, but you know, he's a people guy. You know, you can't help but smile when you're around him. And then when we get on the field, it kind of switches. You know, he's intense. You know, he wants to see the best out of everyone. Yep. And you know, he hangs out with the offense a lot, but he knows his heart is with the defense.
Hey, Tulane, this is a football factory, man. People got to realize that. You said Coach Fritz, he's at Houston. Summerall just left, went to Florida. I mean, people recognize the kind of football you guys are playing. But I want to hear from you. What's the one thing that'll really piss you off as a head coach? Like, I'm throwing that headset. Is there one thing that they know this is the line you don't cross? Is it a penalty? Is it being late? Is there anything that really sets you off?
Yeah, you know, when the quarterback's eyes aren't right.
Yeah, exactly right.
You know that.
Yeah.
But no, besides that, man, I think I can't stand selfishness and I can't stand pout. You know, we're a big attitude program. You get to choose your own attitude. We're big on response. I can't stand it when people pout. I can't stand it when people don't move on to the next play. So I think that's a choice, and we got to make that choice quickly.
I've asked every coach that came in here. I was thinking about being a coach, and I started looking at the NIL. I couldn't do the NIL. I don't know how to do that. Transfer portal, dealing with all these agents, all this stuff. And then you got to try to build a culture with new people. Yeah. Then you got to try to hire a staff, keep a staff, motivate your staff. Then you got to deal with the alumni. Then you got to raise money. Then you got to put a game plan together. Hell, you open up with Ole Miss. Why do you still like coaching? Why don't you just go work at a golf course or hang out with me we'll sell suntan oil? Why do you still do it?
It's all I know, man. I got dropped off the field house when I was 4 years old. My dad's a legendary high school coach. I was a short quarterback, proved people wrong, and worked my way up through the small college level. And I just love it. I love to help people, and I do love the X and O's of the game. You know, I'm a football junkie. That's my only hobby, but I love to help people. I love to help them see that they control their own destiny and that everybody's circumstances are different, but ultimately you get to choose how you're going to attack every day. So I would say helping people, understanding they have that power, and also I love football. I love the football part of football.
I know you do. You know, I was going to ask you two guys because you guys are good enough to play anywhere in the country. I mean, everybody's calling you, and I don't know what it's like. Why Tulane? I mean, New Orleans is great. The education at Tulane is great. It makes sense to me. But why Tulane for you?
Unfinished business. Unfinished business.
Explain that.
Got to go further in the playoffs. That's all I got to say.
What about you?
I mean, it's a special place. Like, it's just the history of the program. They won with Fritz. We won with Summerall. And it's like, we're going to continue to win. It's not about who's, calling the shots. It's about the players. And we're only as good as the players are. And I think we play a big part of that. And being able to, take control over a team and really, the player-led team is real. Like, it starts with us. So, coming back to be a part of that is just something I couldn't miss.
You guys are a mentally tough team. I think mental toughness is what separates the teams that make it and the teams that don't. But there's going to be adversity. Might happen in the opener. You might be down 13 points. The ball might be tipped, intercepted. Fans might be booing. Penalty against us. Could be an injury. What's your message to these guys when it is dark and adversity has hit? What do you say to them?
Yeah, man, we say it all the time. When bad things happen, we say good, and we talk about, it's just kind of our core values. We talk about response all the time. How are you going to respond? We can't always control our circumstances. We can always control how we respond, and we get to choose that. And fortunately, our players have bought into that, and we have great leadership that won't let anybody waver. And so there's a lot of things that will happen to us this year, but us responding the right way, I feel good about that.
We used to say we love the misery.
Yeah.
We love adversity. I mean, Jerry Rice, it's late in the game, we're behind. He hadn't gotten the ball all day. He's beat up, he's tired. His wife's mad at him. That's when he would eat you up, man. So remember that. When it gets hot out there, you guys love it.
Oh, yeah.
Some people can really flourish and take off when it gets hot. Some can't. But can you get on the board there? Are you any good at the board?
Yeah, what you want?
You got them gloves on. Here, find yourself one of those nice pins. And I just like to hear like a basic coverage. Like what coverage is a basic coverage? Everybody plays it, but I want to hear, I want to see you on the board. That's the offensive formation.
Yeah.
I like you defensive guys. They draw upside down.
They draw upside down.
Are you doing a lot of communicating back there? Because I see you always doing signals.
Oh, 100%.
Are you
100%.
saying anything,
No,
or are you
no
just
feels
acting
this way.
like you're saying something? Huh?
I'm always talking.
You're always talking?
Oh, yeah.
We got to hurry up, The NCAA only gives us 20 hours a week. I mean, what do you got?
So this is our base. We got our spear in. That's our nickel. He's always in our base coverage. I'm gonna just draw up cover 5. It's a weak rotation.
Okay.
So our 4th rusher is coming from the boundary. That's the bandit. So then our line's going this way. And then with these splits right here, we're gonna match it. So we play match zero concepts. So we're matching here. Strong's gonna be in the post.
You holding that safety look as long as
Stay
you
over
can?
top. Try to hold that shell. Yep. Stay over top of everything. The free safety. This is the hard one. You got to hold that shell, but then you're fitting off your coverage. So we can match this look right here to the boundary, because the Y is on the ball. So we're expecting motion from the Z. If he motions, we can bump it. Corner takes the Y. I'm gonna bump in. My next fit is gonna be the A gap. I'm fitting that A gap. And so that running back will also be my coverage if he wants to flare to the boundary
I'm
or
going to
something.
draft you. Sit down. I'm going to draft you. Which of those positions can you play?
Oh,
I mean, if I had, you can play. That's what I'm talking about.
all those. And if I needed to, dime, I can get in there.
Now, what kind of leader are you going to be this year? What are you going to do different for the Green Wave?
I think I'm very vocal, but I think it just needs to start that way. I don't want to be the vocal guy when stuff goes bad, Be the vocal guy at all times.
I'll bet you $50 you can't tell me what a Green Wave is. What the hell is that? Tell me what that is.
Hey, a wave, a green wave.
I love it, man. I love your team. I love the way you guys play, and I hope you guys keep kicking ass, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Will, I love you, brother.
Love
Nice
you
to
too,
meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you, buddy.
You guys married? Huh?
Not yet.
Okay. You got my number. Coach has my number. I'd like to send you a few things.
For sure.
Just a couple cut-ups. Maybe you can look at them.
For sure.
During practice.
Let's do
I've
it.
had some really good safeties. Guy like Charles Woodson who played a lot of spots.
Oh, yeah.
Big thing is it's one snap at a time, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We ain't giving up any big plays.
Yep.
We
Okay.
better get more hats to the ball.
For sure.
You guys had some
Sure.
good team pursuit last year, but there's a big fucking difference between good and great.
For sure.
Get these guys off their ass and get them to the ball.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
And don't be in a good mood when you get there.
Yes, sir.
Know what I mean?
Always in a bad mood.
Huh?
Always
Yeah.
in a bad mood.
You got something, that you're chasing, but the other guy's got to chase it with you. And you got about 3 weeks to get that identity. And you guys are hearing it from him every day, but there's a certain respect that we have. I'm talking about outsiders watching you guys play. You guys have a style of play that I love. People like it, man. Now, you're the Kings, man. You guys are the veterans. This is your time.
Sure.
Now cross the line and become a force.
Oh, yeah.
Sir.
Put your cleats in the grass and take a fucking cut at the apple, man. Sorry for swearing. But we're not on camera now, you know what I mean? Love you guys, man. Nice to meet you. Okay? If I can help you, really, I look forward to seeing you guys down there.
Yes, sir.
I love watching
appreciate
you play, man. Good to see you, Jeff. How you doing, man?
Right, you doing all right?
Thanks for your time.
Glad to do it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, before we get started, I'll give you a great quick story. My oldest son, who now coaches with his father, was with Sean with the Saints. And Sean brought you in, and your locker was close to his because he called me. He was all fired up. He said, "Dad, you won't believe it. Coach Gruden came in and he said, the UTSA Fighting Roadrunners, coached by Jeff Traylor, Frank Harrison, quarterback, Zachary Franklin, JT Clark." He's like, he knew, he said, "That's a great team to watch." He's
Yeah,
like, he
I
had a
tell
great
you
time
what,
with
I
me.
love watching your team play, man.
I
I like
appreciate
watching you. Your uncle.
Yep.
We won a division title. We beat the Saints. Your uncle completed 17 in a row to start the game.
Yep.
And he helped us get a little playoff bonus check, but great to have you guys here, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a big fan of yours, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Gruden.
Coach
I appreciate
Traylor.
that.
And
Same.
I just got to ask you, if I was to come to training camp with you and spend 30 days, what's your vision? What's coming out of the locker room with this year's team?
Yeah, it was super nice to have both those guys returning. What we've really been stressing, we've been as good as anybody in the country at home, and we've been pretty inconsistent on the road the last couple of years. We've been really trying to tackle, what that is in our DNA that's not translating on the road right now. Our first 4 years, we were just as good on the road as we were at home. But the last 2 years, we've beaten the likes of Tulane and East Carolina and Memphis, all top 25 teams, and kind of laid some eggs, to be very honest with you, on the road. And we've got to get a handle on that.
Well, I was at the game last year to see you. I want to see you play USF here in Tampa. And first of all, I want to find out about your health. How's your health? How you feel physically?
Yeah, good. Had a little off-season surgery, hip surgery back in February. Everything went good, so I feel really good right now.
And going into this season, you've got all the experience. Seems like you got a nucleus of players around you. What's your expectation for the Roadrunners offensively?
Yeah, well, I think our expectation as a team is just win the championship, like every team, probably here. But offensively, to score a bunch of points. I think we want to attack downfield more than we did last year. And we hired Coach Bowie, our new offensive coordinator, and he's been great at that.
I see your defense play, and every time you watch the Roadrunners on defense, he's always around the ball.
He is.
So I said, who's that number 2? I look it up, and his name is Pee-wee. I said, that's really Owen Pee-wee. Tell me about your playing style. What is it about you that makes you so productive? 40 starts. Obviously, you got a lot of experience, but what is your playing style?
Just to play relentless, with effort, 100% going all the time. That's just what I love to do.
Mm-hmm. I'll confess something to you. Last year, we came down here together.
Yeah.
And, you got to be prepared for all this stuff. I've always called him Pee-wee, and I recruited him. He was out of Texas high school.
Yeah.
I really thought it was his nickname. I didn't know it was his last name. That's his real name. Yeah. Owen Pee-wee. That's so cool.
You're the all-name team, but you're one hell of a player, man. You can make interceptions. You make one-on-one tackles. You play with great effort. But I love your offense. I really do. You guys know what you're doing. You guys have a lot of different ways to attack. You got empty backfield sets. You got speed trips. You use some motion.
Yeah.
What do you sound like? I want to hear. Are you a clapper?
Last year we were cadence. This year we're back to the clap. So it's just, why am I ready? And that's our clap. So,
is it a lot of verbiage in the huddle, or how do you communicate? Seems like you guys have a lot of different formations and packages.
Yeah. With this new system, it'll be, we'll obviously out of the PN10 it'll be huddle, but it's a lot more signaling. So coach will tell me to play, and I'm, a couple signals to the receivers, and we're gone. So it's up speed tempo, and we're trying to get after the defense.
I love the American Conference. A lot of these head coaches, 4 of them, they left to get SEC jobs. This is the conference, I think, where there's a lot of really good players. There's some really good coaches. What's it like playing for Traylor? A lot of people know about San Antonio football, but tell me, you guys have won a lot of games. You guys are really on the cusp of doing great things. What's it like playing for Jeff Traylor?
Yeah, I just think the culture he's instilled, you can see it in every one of us, not only on the field, but off the field. More importantly, he cares about us just as much. So you can see it in just every day, the way the guys train. Through every one of our culture pillars, we really love them for sure.
What do you see?
Exactly what Owen said.
Yeah, that's
exactly
good.
what he said. Coach Shirley is a great coach.
What's the one thing that puts you over the edge? Like, I've seen you get pretty animated down there. I see you throw your. I used to throw my headset. What's the one thing that really ticks you off?
Oh, it doesn't happen often, but I've always been extremely loyal to my guys. If I ever feel like they're misunderstanding my goodness, and they might be trying to take advantage of my goodness, that's when they'll see me. They didn't claim I threw a pizza party for them last year, and they didn't know about it, and they all ate all their wings and ate all their pizza. And I was coming down to go to the walkthrough, and I just stuck my head in the room, and there was just trash out. And I haven't spoken to them like that in a while. And wouldn't you know, one of our most Baptist of all Baptist deacon boosters was there that night, and literally saw me just act the way I shouldn't have acted. And obviously I apologized to him because I was embarrassed at my own behavior. But I don't like it if I feel like they're trying to take it. And it doesn't happen often. But when it does, they probably see a side of me. They're like, uh-oh, we went too far.
Oh, and you got some new players on offense. I want to hear a name or two. Who are you excited to jog out there and play with for the first time?
Yeah, well, I think starting at running back, we get Brandon Hyde back. He was with us a couple years ago, left for 1 year, came back at running back, and we already have a deep running back room, so super excited to have him back. And then a couple of receivers we brought in, James Madison from Missouri and TJ West from Texas Tech. So a couple guys that can go out, and ultimately they just love football. So I said those two, and then our tight end we got from North Texas, Brandon Young.
Yeah.
So he's been great. Super excited about the weapons we got.
How about you, Owen? You've got some new guys. Is there a player or two that maybe
yes,
you're
sir.
really looking forward to seeing?
Ahmad Chapman, the two twin brothers, Ahmad Chapman and Asad Chapman.
Yeah, they're corners.
They're a very good player. They love to compete, so I'm very excited to see them play this year.
You know, I was asking all these other coaches, and I'm curious. I thought about coming back and coaching. I said, maybe I'll try college. But then I started looking at the NIL, and I'm thinking, I don't know, man. And then the transfer portal. Boy, it would tick me off if somebody transferred off of my team, you know? Then I think about building a culture with all these new guys. It's hard to keep a group together. You got alumni coming around. They want stuff, right? You got to raise money. You got to hire coaches. And then you got to handle these coaches. Then you got to prepare game plans in this conference and fly all over the country all the time. Why the hell do you keep coaching? What is it about coaching that you like?
Yeah, I just had to adjust a little bit, Coach, to be honest with you. I've used the analogy even with them. I would say the secret to my sauce has been my consistency and my steadiness, developing a program, getting guys fourth and fifth year that really matured, took over the ownership of the team. And to your point, it's not that culture anymore. So we've got to cook a brisket that's just as good, that used to take 3 or 4 days. We got to put it in the microwave, and we've just sped up everything. Like, for example, all the things we used to do in fall camp, we did all those things in January and February. We're really so far ahead. We've already done all of our 4-H's. All of our coaches have already introduced themselves. We've already brought all the families up. So this fall camp is more like something that we've already done it. We did it in January and February because you got a new team every year. So it's a silly analogy. I got to microwave my brisket instead of slow cooking for 3 or 4 days.
I came down here because I really think you guys are dangerous. This is a dangerous team because you have a hell of a coach and you guys got veteran players. And you guys are leaders. You have 40 games. Not many college quarterbacks have your level of experience, your family. Hell, you guys have been in the NFL for 100 years. I want to hear what kind of leader you are, maybe what you got to do better individually to make this team push it over the edge.
Yeah, I think what I can do better is be a little more vocal, a little more rah-rah guy. I think, personally I'm a little more reserved, but, my leadership style is I'll go one-on-one. Let's say a route's, 5 steps and he takes it too long, and I'll go one-on-one. I'll get on his ass, in that moment, but I won't yell and make it known.
Right.
So I think sprinkling a little bit more of that in is what I need to work on. But
what about you?
My leadership style, like us having a regular conversation in the locker room, I'll just tell them like stuff that they need to work on, like stuff that I see that they need to do, or stuff. I just tell them, like, ask them what they see on me that I need to work on. So we just have the little conversation like that. Yeah.
A contingency plan to me is as important as the plan. Right. We think they're going to play a 4-man rush. All of a sudden they start blitzing. We better have some answers, right, on our sideline sheet. But adversity is going to hit. I mean, there's going to be a time you're going to be down 13-0. I'm telling you, something's going to happen. Somebody's going to get hurt. The referee's going to tick us off with a penalty. There's going to be an interception, tipped, maybe dropped. I want to know what do you do when you're on the road this year, like you're saying, and you're struggling on the road and it's dark and it's damp. What's a Coach Traylor message to your guys?
Yeah, we're working on that currently. Like our 2-1-0 triangle of toughness, our team's identity, we're going to go a little deeper this year. We're going to create a triangle just for Owen McCowan and a triangle just for Owen Pee Wee.
I love that.
And on that, we're going to have what their favorite life verse is, what their walk-up song is going to be, what their 4-H's are, which is their highlights, their history, their heroes, their hardships. And I'm going to let them create it, and we're going to take that triangle. When we play the Alamo Dome, we're going to put it in our locker. Then when we go to play, at Texas State, we're going to put that in the locker. When we go to Austin to play Sark, we're going to put that in the locker. Because your team's identity is very important, but me getting these guys to realize like who they really are as a human. The most important piece on there, which is to answer your question, we're going to have on there a pause mechanism. Like, What are you going to do to press pause? Like, what is that going to be to flush that? Was it going to be pop a rubber band? Is it going to be, I don't know what that might be. Each one of them's going to have their own way to press pause. I really just try to breathe. Like, I really just try to breathe. Like, I just try to take a deep breath and breathe before I might let a headset go or something like that you regret.
Can I see you on the board for a minute? Can I just see something?
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of experience. Is there like a basic play, like something in your wheelhouse that you can help an old coach?
Yep.
I just need
the one he's going to draw. I guarantee you've coached it a million times.
Yep.
Well, I watch you guys. Hell, I got McCown highlights since before you were born, kid.
Yep.
How's Josh doing anyway?
Good. Staying busy. They're about to go back, obviously, to start up camp. So.
Is this thick looky?
Yep. Yeah, we go cross.
Okay, I want to see the backside.
Yep.
His dad was at practice yesterday and the day before.
Was he?
Yeah, he was there.
This is what I want to see.
Yeah, so we got cross option here. Our slot guy, David Amador, North Shore High School legend, been with us for a couple years. So a lot of guy, we put a lot of hours in together, me and him. So I like this play because you can call it anywhere on the field. We call it as close down, 10-yard and in because he makes me right. So it's really just ultimately trusting him. Obviously, an across the board read here. If you love your matchup outside, you can go there, but really just working, all the way across, option, cross, curl.
That's quick game footwork to throw that route, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So when you have to get back to that crosser, your feet are kind of compromised because that's a deeper route than quick game footwork.
Right. And I think, like you said, quick game footwork, but it's a little bit more of an anchor because he's got a, he's off the defender. So you're kind of anchoring, and then that little hitch up will kind of time up with the cross route depending on what the coverage is. And then, like they always say, the crow's always open. So, that's the
Well, you got
right
that
there.
little dot. You didn't explain the dot on the cross.
On the cross route, yes, sir. So, obviously, taking it across the middle close, and then we hit this a lot last year. Any type of, too high, our tight end will make us right. He sees, running the route, and he sees this split safety, so he'll take it down the middle and be a big play for us.
That's awesome. And you got a post curl dig backside?
Yep, like I said, post curl's always open. That's the finisher. That's, cover 2, cover 3, anything.
Tell him to
curl's
get his
always
depth.
Open. Yep. That's 7 steps, 4 steps to the post, or
You're unbelievable.
run back to me. So
have a
that's
seat,
it
man.
right there. Yes, sir.
When you were growing up as a kid, did your dad try to get you to throw right-handed?
No, he didn't.
He just knew you were a lefty all the way, huh?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever coached a lefty before?
Believe it or not, so my last 2 years at Gilmer, my state championship quarterback was G.J. Kinney's little brother, McLean. He was left-handed. I get to UTSA, Frank Harris, 4 straight years lefty. I've got a 9-year run now, 9 straight years of a left-handed quarterback.
You haven't kidding me.
That's crazy. And all of them won championships.
Wow. I coached 49ers. Steve Young was there. Yep. And with the Raiders, we had the snake. I don't know Boomer Esiason that well, but is there any doubt in your mind that this kid can take it up and really become a true, every single day badass in pro football, college? Can he be one of the great ones?
I hated for him last year because he wouldn't allow me to speak on it, but he played injured the entire year. He only did walkthroughs all week. He played in the games, and you know how that is. He has some action going on down there. He had surgery on his growing area, and he was just hard for us all to manage that situation. But he's the toughest kid, and I know Frank Harris was legendarily tough as well. But this kid's a tougher kid, and he'll stay in there and take a hit now. He'll stay in there.
You guys fell behind in that game. You kept battling. It's impressive. I want to thank you guys for being here, man. I got a lot of respect for you, and hopefully you guys have a great, healthy training camp. And
well, let me say this. We do for you, too. Your love for the game. We watch all your stuff, just how passionate you are about the game. It's just contagious and it's fun. We appreciate it.
I'm a big fan. Hopefully I get out to San Antonio.
You're always welcome. We got great margaritas, great queso, great chips.
I'm going to give you my phone number.
You got it, Coach.
And if I can ever send you some cut-ups, I got some great stuff for your uncle.
Yes, sir.
I got some hilarious stuff.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The only reason he ain't still playing is I probably screwed him up.
No. He still thinks he should be, I promise you. Luke still believes.
He got 6 kids?
He does have 6
What are their
kids.
names?
Oh, man.
Jonah.
Micah, Elijah.
They're all Bible.
I know it.
Yeah. Isaiah, Anna.
He's unbelievable.
I'm missing one.
And Luke's always been that kid.
That's totally unacceptable. You know that?
Yeah.
We get that on the air. He can't even name his 6 freaking
You're gonna be so in trouble when this comes out, man. You're
I
toast.
got about 30 cousins. I'm trying to think of it.
Yeah. All right,
This
good.
is bad ball.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Put
Coach.
my number in there, will you?
I will be love
I
to.
never did get a box from San Antonio.
Wow,
What
that's
the-
bad
I mean,
ball.
we didn't get a box.
That's
nothing.
bad ball.
You know.
You don't think that's true? That's bad ball. It's not the compost.
Oh,
That's who I work for.
I never got a box from San Antonio.
You got one last year.
Tell him, JJ.
Yeah, you said Jeff Trader will kick your ass. That's what you said.
That's right. I
Let's
did.
go, JJ. Gotta
I,
come
do, I
through.
remember that now. I take that back. I apologize to all the road runners.
But my EQ guy, Connor, we got to up our game. We cannot be forgotten, Connor.
Okay, here we are with Tulsa, the Golden Hurricane. We got Trey Lamb, one of the best young coaches in football. You don't know me. It's great to finally sit down with you, but I know of you at East Tennessee State.
That's right.
My wife's brother went there with Kenny Chesney back in the day.
That's right.
Tell me about this program, where you're headed. I'm with you all training camp. What are we expecting to come out of the tunnel for the opener?
Yeah, we put a lot of resource investment into our returners. I'd say us and UTSA probably have the most returners on our team. I just felt like, you know, today's college football, everybody's going to get 60, 70 transfers. We only took 25 this year. So we ended up, you know, paying a lot of money to our returners. And I think it helps your locker room, obviously get our quarterback back and some of our older players. I think we got a chance to surprise some people.
Tell me about your offense. You got some new coaches in there.
Yes, sir.
What's the dramatic changes in the system?
I think your good friend, Coach Barbet, I mean, he's been a huge difference for me this offseason going into my second year starting. He's just brought so much element to the game that I didn't even know before. When it comes to pre-snap, post-snap, different looks that I've never seen before. He's really just instilled confidence in me, and I think he's instilled confidence in our offense. He talked about, you know, resources, going to get good guys. We got some playmakers that we're really excited about.
A couple transfers in the backfield, right?
Yeah.
Some really good dudes. Damari Austin, Traquan Jones, Deion McKinney. I mean, you name them. We got some guys.
Defensively, they call you the star.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
Basically, I'm just a nickel out there or a Sam position. There's different names for it.
You're a hybrid player.
Hybrid
You can
player.
play linebacker, safety. You do a lot of different things.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your defense. Who are a couple guys that are new that you can't wait to play with?
Number one, just jumping off in my brain right now, I would say Kyron Duhan transfer from OSU. He will be a big-time player for us. And also, I would say Sam Stone at linebacker. He's had a really good offseason, and he's a young guy. A lot of people don't know about him, and I think he'll jump off the tape for sure, like week one. So
You guys are sharp guys. I mean, I had a chance to visit with the quarterbacks. I just want to know why Tulsa? Why Coach Lamb? This transfer thing. Everybody wants to travel around and transfer. What is it about Tulsa and this guy that fires you up?
I think, well, my relationship with him started out of high school. I was super under-recruited, smaller guy. He gave me an opportunity to follow him to East Tennessee State. And there I developed under him, and he had the opportunity to come out to Tulsa. And I happened to hit the portal, and he's like, let's go. And I'm like, absolutely. The guy who gave me an opportunity to start with. That's why I wanted to follow Coach Lamb, the guy who originally gave me a shot.
How about you?
So I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Coach Wilson recruited me out of high school.
Okay.
And I was there 2 seasons with him. And then once he was fired, Lamb came in. And I did enter my name in the portal because I didn't know where, because Wilson got fired in the middle at the end of the season. So didn't know where I was going to end up. And then Lamb came in and was like, man, we really want to keep you here. Like, you're a guy that's from Tulsa. Like, a lot of people know who you are in Tulsa. You're a great kid. Like, we want to keep you here. Like, what can I do to keep you here? And, like, just him saying those things when I first met him, like, it really just blew my mind because it was just a different relationship between me and Wilson and his already in the first couple of days meeting Lamb. And I was just super excited to play for a younger head coach who really believed in me as a player. So.
You have such a great reputation. You're just a young guy. How old are you now?
36.
Yeah, you're the youngest guy. You're like just getting started.
I know,
but everybody back in East Tennessee says that guy, Grudog, they call me Grudog. If you meet this guy, you're gonna love this guy.
Yeah.
You know, really a good offensive coach. Yeah. As a head coach, now getting into your career here a little bit, do you have the staff that you want? Do you have the group of guys you think that can make a move? Where are you at this point?
There's no question. I have been lucky enough to keep about 6 of my core guys, kind of my cabinet members, if you want to call them that, have been with me from day one. I hired them When in 2019, when I was 29 years old as the head coach at Gardner-Webb, I got the same defensive coordinator. I got the same D-line coach, special teams coordinator I've been with forever. Like, we've got a lot of guys that know it's almost running itself at this point. All right, they know Coach wants this is going to get done. Coach wants this is going to get done. So continuity on the staff. Barbay's new. Been super impressed with him, and he's so detailed, and I'm not. That's my fault. I just want to throw. I want to run 14 trick plays and throw stuff at a wall where Barbay is going to go in there and say, okay, now nickel fire here. We got to get out of this. All right, what's corner cat answer? So he's been really good with me in the detail of coaching offense. And then Coach Reardon, our defensive coordinator, has done a phenomenal job with me. Wouldn't be here without him. We just got to create more turnovers. We're -8 in the turnover margin, and you're not gonna win games. We were young, playing a freshman quarterback, ended up having 9 starts for us. But still, no excuse. We gotta get that turnover margin fixed.
You know, the mental toughness is what it's going to take. I mean, Tulsa, there's other teams that are just kind of, they're just kind of they got to wake up and just explode back onto the scene. I kind of look at you guys as one of those teams that is flickering, but something's going to happen to push you guys over the top and help you guys get back into prominence. Adversity's going to hit. You know, you're going to be down 12-0. The ball's going to get intercepted, tipped, dropped, whatever. Bad penalty. Somebody's going to go down. You got to come out of the funk and find a way to win one of those games. But what's your message as a coach when things are going bad? It's dark. And we got to snap out of it. What's your tone? What do you say?
I mean, the biggest thing we talk about is our response has got to be greater than the event. Like, bad stuff's going to happen. We know that. Like, just like you said, people are going to get injured. Next man up. All right, interceptions are going to happen. Turnovers are going to happen. But how we respond to them is going to determine the outcome. We cannot control that event. And I know a lot of coaches say E plus R equals O. We talk about that a lot. But we're mentally training our players, trying to put them in adverse situations. I believe practice should be harder than the games, so that our response can be togetherness and not just a bunch of individuals yelling out on the sideline saying, come on. That's not how you win. You got to respond by training it in practice. Put them in bad situations in practice.
We talked a little bit yesterday in the quarterback room about bringing this team together. You got to fast track these relationships in training camp. You're from Tulsa. You're the quarterback. You're the leaders of the team. What are you going to do during training camp to help that happen?
Well, I would say just now, me being in the nickel room, like we actually have a nickel room. We're not with the linebackers anymore. So I am an older guy now, which is kind of weird saying because I feel like college just kind of flew by really quick. But I would say just having 2 younger guys in the room, in the nickel room, just in general, like with them, like really showing them how I was taught to be a pro, like at the college level. Like you have to be a pro in everything you do because if you're not going to be able to really lock in on that next play or next rep or anything that you have going on. So I would say really just instilling in the young guys that you can't be perfect, but you need to strive to be perfect. Like every single rep, like you might mess up, but you better run to the ball 100%. Like that's kind of the mindset that we're putting in the nickel room, I would say. And even in the defense in whole, like our message is BIA, best in America. So you have to run to the ball every play.
I like
that. You have to get to the ball every single play. And if not, like
that's not negotiable now.
Non-negotiable.
We don't negotiate effort.
Yeah.
What about you, Baylor, as a quarterback?
I think he talked about it. It's still in that mindset. You know, when we hit that field, regardless if we're going against our 1s, our 2s in practice, we're going to compete. I mean, Dev and I in the spring, we got into it. Yeah. Well, that's the mindset. We're trying to bring this team. Like, we don't care who's across from us. We're going at it. Yeah. You can ask Coach Lamb. He probably wasn't happy about it, but that's the tone we're trying to bring. That's the mindset we want to take into the season when we line up against, the East Carolinas, FAUs. Doesn't matter who. We just want to bring it to them. I
want to ask you this because I was thinking about getting back in coaching, and I was looking at college, and I started thinking about this NIL. I'm like, man, then I started thinking about transfer portals. Like, if you guys would transfer away from my team, I would follow you guys and torment you. I couldn't deal with that. And then I'm thinking about building a culture with all the players that are leaving. And you can't control it. You got to hire a staff, like you're saying. Then you got to keep your staff because they're all looking for other jobs. Let's be honest. And you got to raise money. Yeah. You got to deal with the alumni, and you got to prepare game plans to get ready to beat these teams. Yeah. You're just 36. Why don't you just go into media like me? What the hell are you doing this for? What attracts you to this business?
Trust me. Some days there are days. Trust me. Being a head coach, somebody told me this. That there's 2 times when it's fun. First day of the month when you get paid, and January 1st when you set your own schedule. Other than that, it sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
we love the misery though, right?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't see myself doing anything else because the euphoria, it's like a drug after a game when you win.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like when you see the smile on the kids' faces celebrating together, the third team kicker and the starting right guard are hugging, and that team, when they accomplish something bigger than themselves, it makes me emotional, and that's why I do it. Those Saturday afternoons, when you get the job done, there's nothing better.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing better in life.
Can you erase that board?
I got you.
Let me see you get up there.
Me up there?
Yeah, just show me what a star is.
A star?
I mean, I want to go to Tulsa. I want to know what a star is. I mean, I looked at your stats last year. Obviously, they're putting you in a lot of good positions. Let's see what is the star position at Tulsa.
Knock this up there.
You're gonna make a lot of friends, man. Media's gonna love you. I mean, fans are gonna love you. You're not talking while you're drawing, you know.
Yeah.
I want to
Thank
see
you,
the
sir.
defense, man.
No, I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up. So we'll have X right there.
Most of the defensive guys draw it upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You're
yeah,
going-
just a little upside down. So we'll
It's
have
all
a player there. Nickel right.
Where are you at? That's what I
I'll be
want
right
to
here.
know. You're right there.
Yeah, we can go ahead. Right there, and we'll go.
It's a good drill for these guys. You
I
know that?
I know.
These defensive guys. See what I'm talking about, Baylor?
Most-
Why do you think we're going up tempo against these guys?
They can't handle it. They can't handle
But
it.
yeah, I would just say so. My nickel position, so I set the field. So if it's the ball's to the right, I'm setting it nickel to the right, and really, and that's like our bait. Like I'm going over.
Are you wearing a green dot?
a green? No, I'm not wearing the green
Okay,
dot.
good.
It's the Mike linebacker.
Mike's
but,
got it.
Yeah,
So
but
you always go to the field?
Yes. Well, can't say too much. Right
No, you
now,
don't want to
but
say too much.
Can't say too much, but yeah, predominantly field-based
Yeah,
team with
I
the
got the
nickel
film.
to the, nickel to the field, and I mean even from this position, like our base is like base quarters, base cover 3. I'm usually inside.
You're a
shoot.
big nickel is what you are.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big nickel. I'd say.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
too
that's
big.
but you're playing in the slot. You got to have the speed and the quickness
Yes, sir.
to cover quickness.
Yeah,
You
and,
got to be able to get in a run fit if they fly sweep that, right?
Yeah,
You're in the
that's
box.
other, that's the other thing too. Like I'm not even just there. Like
Oh
when we
shit!
get
I'm
to-
gonna get the fly. I'm gonna get you in the box.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna
like,
get
yeah,
my
well-
guards up on you. I'm gonna see what you got.
Yeah, I'm not
man.
even worried about
All right,
line
sit
and tight
down.
ends, but
Sit
yeah.
down. I like it, man. What's your vision for Tulsa? Being honest.
Yeah, I think it's been a struggle the last 10 years. You know, in the program where I was and where I got it at 17 months ago, we had not paid a single rev share NIL dollar to a single player in the history of the program. So we have gone out and our ADs raised money. We've raised money. We got a new president, and we want to be good at football and basketball. And our basketball team had a phenomenal year. We put resources into it. All our guys are under contract now, and we're competitive in the league. Are we ever going to be at the top of the league? Probably not. It's not who we're going to be. But my vision for this team is to continually compete, to get in the college football playoff, to compete, to get into the championship game. But bowl games are the standard. And if we can continue to make bowl games, Tulsa hadn't made a bowl game since 2021 when they got that big fight with Mike Leach's team, the Mississippi State Brawl. That was the last bowl game Tulsa played in, and haven't had a 10-win season since Philip Montgomery was there, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. So
it's all achievable.
It's all achievable. It can, other than, you know, there's probably 3 teams in this conference that have just resources that are way ahead of everybody else, but everybody else is right there on an even playing surface. North Texas did it last year. You got to get some breaks. You got to win the turnover margin. Your quarterback's got to get hot. You got to stay healthy. You got to catch a good schedule. So many factors in winning. But we got to control what we control, win the games we're supposed to win. We lost 4 games last year by 1 score. You get those turned the other way. We lost in overtime. Like, you're sitting there at 7-5 feeling pretty good about it for year 1. But very happy where we're at.
Good.
Like the continuity.
What's your assignment?
Jerry Rome, Gus Ferret, David Archer.
Gus Ferrat.
Gus Ferrat.
Yeah.
Gus
Really
Ferrat.
I got you. Where they went to college and what they did.
And if I don't have that by August 1st, I'm coming looking for you,
Yeah,
man.
get it by about 5
Yep.
o'clock this afternoon.
I know
got
Coach
you.
Lamb. I know where to find you.
Yes, sir.
Just one little solid paragraph. I want to know who these guys are, so you and I are on the same page.
Sweet.
But great to meet
Thank
you.
you, Coach.
Thanks
Yes,
for your
sir.
time.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
Yep. Good luck, man.
Pleasure.
Stay
Thank
in
you so
touch,
much.
will you?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so
Good luck
much,
to you.
sir. Is it
Coach,
okay
let me
if
give
we
you my number. Yeah.
Get a picture.
Absolutely. Coach Harrell, the
Yeah.
East Carolina Pirates, man. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it. Appreciate having us on, and great to see you and great to just be here with you.
Got a lot of respect for you. You know, a couple years ago, it's a tough business. There's a coaching change during the season. They asked you to be the interim head coach. Next thing I know, East Carolina's on a roll. How did you do that? How did you weather the storm and what allowed this to happen?
I think anytime an event happens like that, it's not just about one person. It's about a whole village of people coming together for something bigger than themselves. And our football team certainly did that. Our program certainly did that. And it's been a fun ride ever since. It's been enjoyable and just blessed to be a part of it.
Yeah, you know, East Carolina, that's where Jeff Blake went, played quarterback. They've had a lot of really good players at East Carolina. If I spent a month with you guys through training camp, what do you see coming out of the locker room this year? What are we bringing? What's this East Carolina football team going to look like now?
Yeah, I think most people look at our roster on paper, and these are 2 of the 3 returning starters. And they're like, oh, they lost everybody. Everybody's gone.
I was going to ask you, you did. You're the whole good team.
Probably on the paper, right? But to me, we return a lot of guys that have leadership and that have played football. Maybe they haven't started a bunch of games, but they've been out there doing their thing. They've been experienced. They understand our culture. And then the guys we brought into our program this offseason have done a really good job of adjusting and brought some guys in that's played a lot of football, played a lot of snaps, and I think it'll be good for our football team.
You know, everybody has a journey.
Yes, sir.
And you have an interesting journey. Columbus, Ohio. You're this highly decorated guy. You go to Michigan State. Why are you at East Carolina? What is it about Coach and the Pirates that really made you want to come here?
Really everything, starting with the culture. Coming here, I was just excited. Coach, the environment, Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, how rowdy you get in there, and just feel like I'm a part of a brotherhood. You know, Michigan State didn't really feel that way, so proud to be here.
What about you, Brock?
You know, it's been a long 4 years, and deciding to stay here this last year is probably the best decision I've made, honestly. And I love this team, I love the coaches, and I just love the whole town in general.
Mm-hmm.
Coach, I got 2 good stories for you.
Okay.
Josiah's in his 7th year of football.
Seventh year?
Had some injuries as a young guy, and was able to figure those things out and battle through them and bounce back, and just what you expect out of an older guy, just dependable, accountable, works his tail off. And then Brock is going to his 5th year. I started out as a Pirate, going to finish his career as a Pirate, which we're not going to see much anymore in college football. But I've been trying to get him to move to the defensive side of the ball since day one.
You're the head man.
Since day one.
Both ways.
Trying to get him to blitz a little bit, play a little coverage. But I think he's finally convinced us he's in the right spot.
Let me ask you this about college coaching. I was thinking about being a college coach, and then I started looking at NIL. I said, I don't want to deal with that, man. And then I started thinking transfer portal. I don't want to do that. And then I started thinking about building a culture with all these new players every year. That's hard, man.
That's fun.
Alumni, raising money, hiring a staff, keeping your staff, putting together game plans. Why the hell do you do this?
Those things are challenging.
But why do you do this, man?
For the love of it. You embrace that piece of it. I think any competitor, and we all have the competitor in us, see those as challenges and see those as things we can overcome, and we go attack them head on. And I think that's a big piece of it, and it drives you. And just getting to be around these young men. I started out as a high school coach. I was a high school coach for the first 5 years of my career. I thought I'd just make about $50,000 a year and mow grass on the side to make a living.
It's a great life, man.
It was a great life. But that's the reason you start, is to mentor young men and be around the game and be around competitors like yourself.
That's interesting. I go through all my notes, you know, and East Carolina, you guys are a mystery. You guys win 9 games, but you lose a lot of players. He's a mystery, really. He comes out of nowhere. He becomes this excellent head coach. I want to know about him. How do the players look at Coach Harrell? What's he like?
High energy, about the little details, always about discipline, and, you know, we just take after him, so he's our head coach.
What do you see? You're kind of quiet. I want to hear what you like.
Great leader, honestly, and always preaching the right things and making sure that we're always chasing what we need to chase every day and not distracted by the outside noise.
Well, with all this change and the fact that you played college football for 28 years now, who are 2 Pirates on defense that you can't wait to play with? Give me a couple names.
I would say Torrin Brazil.
What's he play?
Defensive tackle.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right here in the state of Florida.
Okay, good. Who else?
Kate Law, the Law brothers, both of those guys.
What do they play?
Linebacker.
Okay,
yes,
good. What about on offense?
I'd say Landon Sides. I mean, brings a lot of energy, and I like the way he approaches the game and approaches everything every day. And also Ashton Gray, running back, both from North Texas, and I think they both just come in with the right mentality every day, and I'm excited to play with them.
You know, when you become an interim head coach, you're one of the assistants that's now the head coach.
Yeah.
And now you're the head coach, and you got to be in charge of all the assistants. And really, you're just getting started as a head coach. Do you have the coaching staff, the group of guys that you really feel strong about moving this program forward?
Yeah, I think that's a key point. Like when I was an interim coach, we all felt like we were doing that thing together. And you go from sitting at the table beside them to sitting at the head of the table and trying to make sure it all gels together and kind of push it in the right direction. And was really fortunate enough to have a really good staff that was on board and pushing that thing. And then this all season, we lost 5 staff members on the field, 5 coaches, and had to replace them. And I think the key for me was like finding coaches who knew our conference, how to win in the American Conference. On the offense side of the ball, that started with our offense coordinator, Jordan Davis, who was at North Texas last year, obviously played for a conference championship, led the country in all types of offensive categories.
You gotta like that.
And Brock mentioned Landon Sides. I think they could be brothers. They play the game the same way, that same intensity, that same enthusiasm. And I told Brock when we bring Coach Davis in, I said, you're going to love this offense because you look around the country, whether it's FAU, North Texas, Texas Tech, the slot receiver stands out, and Brock's certainly going to do that part of that.
A lot of freedom they give you. And, yeah, you love that. I just want to ask you this because I think the contingency plan is as important as the plan itself. There's going to be adversity. You're going to fall behind at some point. There's going to be a ball that's tipped and picked off.
Yeah.
The referee's going to make a bad call. I want to know what your message is because you're a hell of a guy. You're positive. You're optimistic. What's your message to the team when things are really dark?
Yeah, and it's happened before, and it's going to happen again. You got to control the controllables. I think in the bowl game was the perfect example against Pitt. We had an inverted whistle. Marlon Guns. It's a 4th down. We toss the ball out to him. He picks up the first down and spins out of a tackle. Official blows the whistle. Inverted whistle. Plays dead. But he goes to score about 60, 70-yard run. Would have put us up 2 scores. Big play in the ball game.
Yeah.
And I think for me it was like I can't lose my mind right now because everybody else will lose their mind. We had to stay calm, worry about the next play. Now, if I would have known 2 plays later that our quarterback was going to fumble, they were going to scoop and score, I probably would have lost my mind.
Yeah.
But that was adversity. All those situations are adversity. We responded. We had a big touchdown by Anthony Smith later on that took the lead there. And those things that we can fall back to show how we handle adversity. But I think as captains or as the head coach, you got to stay calm and be like a duck, calm on top of the water, but pedaling like hell under the water.
I like to look at the schedule, who you guys play. You know, I look at some of these schedules. I'm like, man. I look at East Carolina, they open up at Alabama. I love that, man. What's your mindset as you get ready to go to Tuscaloosa for the season opener? You feel pressure? What's the level inside your cage right now as you get ready for the opener?
I don't think there's any pressure at all, you know. Obviously, they're a tough opponent, P4 opponent, but it's always the next game mentality, and we're excited for it, looking forward to the challenge, for sure.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Yeah, I'd agree with JR, honestly. Along the same lines, faceless opponent, nameless opponent, just going out there and playing football. At the end of the day, one team's going to win, one team's going to lose. It's about who can execute at the highest level. That's how I feel.
Let me ask this. Where exactly are you going to play this year? When we get a great defensive lineman, I used to say, hey, if he can find a candy bar over there, let's put him over there.
Yeah.
Right in, left in, inside. Tell me where we can expect to find you this year.
5 tech, 3 tech, 4 tech, wherever I'm needed.
Mm-hmm.
JR will be our field in, and so he always to the field. We don't necessarily play left and right. If we get a NASCAR speed rush package,
put him inside.
Then we may put him on the edge to the
put him on the
quarterback.
center, favor the snap in hand, a couple snaps.
But he's been able to do a little bit of it, and he's put on some weight and some things that allow him to bump inside and cause some havoc in there. But really excited about him as a pass rusher.
Is there any way you could get up on this board? Can you use a grease pen and teach me one route that you like?
I like.
Yeah, I want to see where you're making, where you think you're making your money.
I want to
here.
see this.
You're kind of quiet, but I want to hear you open up. Teach me something that I'm a young receiver. I got to go to East Carolina and play there.
Yes, sir. I got you. So here we go. We're gonna go We'll go this side. We're at the slot on the ball, outside receiver off the ball. Over here, we're at tight end. We'll go 5-man protection first, start off. We'll have a running back in the flat, put him out here. My favorite route, personally, I love double moves. So
Double moves?
I love double
Let's see
moves.
it.
So my favorite one, personally, is just 5 steps. You can call it different things, but in my books, glance and go. So 5 steps, 3 steps inside, and just go.
Against that quarter safety?
Perfect against
Guy
quarters,
gets,
honestly.
yeah, I see
Perfect.
you, man. Guy gets nose
That's
trouble.
definitely my favorite.
Let
for
me
sure.
walk through that. What are you doing here? Are you sticking your outside foot in the ground? Are you flashing your eyes?
You got it. Stick. Give a little bit of eyes.
Yeah.
On the 3 steps. You
And
don't
then
give eyes.
you
that's where
lose
you sell
vision
it.
of that safety. You got to
Yeah.
have a plan of escape, right?
As soon as you hit that 3rd step in the ground, you got to dial your eyes right to him. Make sure you don't hit him. Avoid contact and run as fast as you can. Catch
No,
the ball.
you are a quick, nasty, after the catch kind of guy, aren't you?
Sir.
And you love the slot, right?
Yes, sir. I love it.
That's a good
Who's
job.
the quarterback going to be? Come on,
Well, it's
man.
everybody's question, right?
Yeah.
It's
I mean, I'm trying
everybody's
to figure
question.
out college football. Whose quarterback is where? I mean, god dang, man, this American
Seems like
football, this is
yeah.
a tough league.
90% of the country probably trying to figure out who their quarterback is.
Yeah,
right now.
what do you do going into training camp,
You know,
honestly?
I think we have a awesome setup right now of just 2 young men that are battling it out. And I think anytime you have competition at any position on your team, it's going to make you better. Mitch Griffiths from Texas Tech started his career at Wake Forest, played a bunch of football, be
Yeah.
25 years old this
Yeah.
fall as another coach on the field. And then Emory Williams from Miami, from the Panhandle of Florida, and spent several years at Miami there. Played for a national championship, has a lot of experience there. Big, tall kid, 6'4", 225 pounds. Be your type of guy.
I don't know. I want a guy who can move the club, put points on the board.
Well,
Man.
to me, it's like, hey, who's going to do the best job taking care of the football? You know, putting the ball in the receiver's hands, running the offense, and we're through 3/4 of our off season. You know,
But you never really know.
Yeah.
Until the game starts. I mean, the guy's got to be live, seeing bullets, doesn't he?
I said this the other day. Every other position on the team, every other position on the field, you can simulate almost identical to game day, except for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't get hit in the practice. You're telling the D-line to stay away from him, all those things.
And everybody's grading him, right?
Yeah.
We're grading his footwork, we're grading the decision, we're grading the throw, but we really haven't let him hit the quarterback
That's right.
yet.
That's right. What happens when adversity takes place for him?
So you're nowhere close to naming your guy, are you?
I'm excited about both of them. I really am. I feel good that, like, hey, if it's one guy or the other, we're in good hands.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Great to meet you.
Yeah,
Stay in
great to meet
touch.
you. We'll do.
Nice to
Thank
meet you
you.
guys.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thanks, sir.
I like that route, man. I like that route.
We'll make sure Brock gets you a box.
Will you sign my helmet?
Yes, sir.
Hey, if I don't get a box, man, I'm gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna take it out on you in the slot, man. Coach Albin, you're one of the few guys in the country I really don't think I've ever met personally.
We met. You don't remember.
Been a long time.
Yeah.
But,
03. I think it's in at the combine. After we got fired in Nebraska. Coach,
yeah,
Coach
I was
took
probably
us-
fired from somewhere.
Yeah, you were in Tampa.
But,
Coach Kiffin was there, and
you know what a job you did at Ohio U. I mean, unbelievable.
Appreciate it.
You know that better than anybody
Yes,
because
sir.
you were there. But you go to Charlotte, and Charlotte football. Not a lot of people know this. Maybe they do. They didn't have football. They brought it back, and last year was tough. Your first year,
Yeah.
and I look at your roster. There's been a lot of changes, transfer portal. If I was to hang out with you for a month, and you guys come out of the tunnel for that first game of the season, what are you expecting to see from your team this year?
I think you're gonna see a group that's very excited, committed. We'll return 50. Got 50 new players. That's the new norm in college football. But you're going to be excited about the product. It starts from the training piece of this. You know, we're bigger, faster, stronger, according to the numbers. You got to crunch the numbers, and then you return the 50 guys that you return. They all have badges now. These 2 guys right here have a badge, and so you bring in 50 new players. Those guys are wearing their badge. That they know what the standard is, what the expectations are. It's a shared standard. They do a great job of leading it. So. Again, it's an exciting time, really is.
You guys are 2 of the most important players in the history of this program. I mean, we're bringing this program back. You got a hell of a coach. I just want to know why you're at Charlotte. What brought you to Charlotte, play for Coach Albin? What is it about this place that helped you pull the trigger to go there in the first place?
For me, I came in as a walk-on, so it was my only opportunity. I didn't have no offers coming out of high school, so Coach Alvin came. He gave me an opportunity. He been a stand-up guy since I got here, and that's yeah.
And you were at Ohio.
Yes, sir.
You're a Bobcat.
Yes, sir.
What brought you to Charlotte? What did you see? Because Charlotte's not a famous football program.
No.
What did you see to make you want to be a part of this?
Yeah, obviously I was with the team following the MAC championship, and I loved it. I loved Ohio, but tried to stick it out. And Coach Fonnes left, Coach Alvin left, and it just still loved it, but it wasn't the same. I think people make a place, and I wanted to be with people that have always believed in me. They believed in me from the start, and have really made me who I am. And I wanted to keep that going, and I wanted to come compete in this league. I mean, the American's an amazing league, amazing players, amazing competition, and kind of told myself, like, if I'm who I think I am, like, I want to come compete against a better competition, just take it up a level. So
good for you.
Yes,
I keep hearing about culture, developing a culture, all that stuff is gone. You can't do that in college football. I keep hearing that from a lot of people. Too much turnover, 50 new players. The last coach had 70 new players. The one before that had 62 new players. What's your answer to that?
Yeah, it's more difficult, but it can be done. I think year 2 is a little bit easier. As I said, we returned 50. So they have the message down. Whereas last year is a whole 100 new, with the staff. But it is more difficult. But that's what we do. That's where we start. And I don't know how the scoreboard's important. We all know. But what these two guys are going to be doing after football, 10 years from now, is important.
One of the things to be a head coach, you got to have great players to win, but you also got to hire a heck of a staff.
Yeah.
And I know Todd Fitch pretty good. He's your offensive coordinator. Can you update us on the staff that you have? Have you got the group that you really feel comfortable with?
No question. It starts with the spring staff, but as you know, you'd be real proud of Todd. His play calls are about 10 miles long.
I know.
So Y2 banana, it's in there.
Yeah.
But I'm very proud of the staff. They serve these guys' hearts. They're passionate about it. They bring energy. They are demanding without doing it in a demeaning way. I'm very fortunate.
I want to know 2 players on offense that you can't wait to go out of the tunnel with. Maybe 2 guys you haven't played very much with or never played with before. You can only have so much practice. Who are those 2 guys?
2 guys. I want to say, because you said who I haven't played with, but I ain't going to lie, my guys, Katie Gibson and Jalen Hampton. If I had to pick a guy that just got here that I really love to play with that's a good one. I'm trying to think.
That's all right.
Probably Cole. I'll say that, Cole.
But it is a new roster. There's some names. I can see the look in your eye. You're excited to have them.
But I love to play with all the guys. I love everybody on our team. Coach Alvin brought in a lot of good people, and he knows how to recruit good people and good people.
Is there anybody on defense, 2 guys that?
Yeah. 2 that instantly come to my mind are Gavin Willis and DJ Burgess. Gavin is a stud. I mean, he big on special teams for us last year, got on defense a little bit. I think he was sensational in just what he had, and I think he's going to put the conference on notice this year. And DJ's a guy that got injured earlier in the year, and he's going to be very special, and he's going to make my job a whole lot easier, and I can't wait to be out there with both of them.
I was looking into being a coach again, and I start listening to everybody, and everybody's complaining about the NIL, man. And the transfer portal. I got to deal with you guys on transfers. And then you got to deal with trying to build your culture. You got to have the alumni presence with these guys, raising money. You got to put together game plans. You got to hire coaches, keep coaches. It's one thing after another. Is it still any fun? Why are you still doing it?
Yeah, it is, because these 2 guys, and it's the game of football. It's the best game on the planet, right? And it's the best team sport. There's a lot that goes to it, but the portal's not all bad.
Yeah.
When you only win 1 game, the good news is everybody's back. The bad news is everybody's back. You got ways to fix some of the things, right?
Right.
Defensively, we return a good nucleus. Offensively, total rebuild. That's going to give us our best chance moving forward. So there's good and bad in all. Some of the late night fundraising stuff is more important than it used to be. But it's still the game. It's still the game. You know, it's still there.
I got to ask you this: what's the one thing that just pisses you off that makes you take that headset? Is there any, like, what's the boiling point for Coach Alvin? Give us something.
Hey,
they're laughing. Come on, what is it?
I mean, game days. I tell the staff, hey, everybody gets a pass on game day because there's, you burn hot, right? And really, the composure piece of this. I know all eyes are on the head coach, but I want the staff to hey, they got to be composed. These guys, when they're on the field, I want them looking at each other to getting it done. But on the sideline, on the sideline, on the sideline, you gotta have.
What about you guys? What? How would you summarize Coach? I mean, I've never had him wired for sound. What's he like on game day? What's he like?
I feel like Coach Alvin get real fired up on game day. That you don't see in practice, but I feel like he brings the fire on game day, and he shows how much he loves the game on game day. He shows that a lot.
How about you?
I feel like I've always noticed Coach has great energy. You know, his hotel speeches always get me going, but I mean it's a composed leadership, and that hotel game speech, I mean it's fiery, but it's composed, like I said, and it can calm you down a little bit, focus you up, and that's one thing that's really I appreciate.
College football, they started using the green dot.
Yes, sir.
And some defensive coaches give you a lot of information. Hey, watch the draw, watch the trap, watch the screen, right? But you got to get the call, you got to make the call, you got to communicate. Can I just see you stand up maybe and give us a standard operating procedure, what you do as a linebacker?
What we do is given the call when I'm looking at?
What are you looking at, the line splits, the backfield set? What does a Charlotte linebacker do?
Yeah, one of our biggest things is getting a picture of the pre-snap. I want to see, obviously I'm looking O-line first, quarterback, but then I'm really looking at receiver splits. Is it W minus? Is the Z minus? I'm trying to get an idea of that, try to have an idea of what we're trying to do, obviously down and distance, and then, back alignments, tight end alignments.
You love it, don't you?
I love it.
I can tell
Coach Faunus gets us right.
Can you get on the board and show me one route that you like?
That I like?
Yeah, you're catching all kinds of
I can't wait to see
passes,
this.
Man. Yeah.
I cannot wait to see this.
You got to feel like you're talking to these cameras because I'm looking at your stats, man.
It's an easy route. I'm going to draw the O-line and everything for you. Boom.
You're going to draw the O-line as a receiver?
Boom.
You better draw all 11.
It's my favorite. Slot fade, good old slot fade.
What do you got outside of hitch?
Hitch outside.
That's locked, right?
Yes, sir, locked.
So what are you trying to do on your release? What kind of position are you trying to get outside?
It just depends how the defense play me. If he playing inside, I'm going to try to keep him more inside, give him a hard.
Over there to the left there so they can see.
See? If he inside, I'm going to try to give him a little inside stick. If he outside, try to gain leverage, give him a hard stick inside to make him jump.
What's your angle? Are you going to the back pylon? Or are you,
yeah, back pylon.
You're trying to get width, right?
Get width, yes, sir.
The quarterback better look off that safety.
Yes, sir.
Now, will he back shoulder that?
Most definitely. Most definitely.
When does he back shoulder it?
If the corner, he plays it well, say he's outside leverage, and he plays it over the top, and he sees it over the top, he'll throw it back shoulder.
Well, they have trained you well, man.
Appreciate that.
Have a seat there, yeah. So, what's your role now with game day? I mean, you're offense, defense, you got the kicking game, all the substitutions, concussion protocol tents. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
That's what, you got a great staff, but my background is an offense. I'm not involved during the series, and I'll have a suggestion or two between. I do my best not to be the Monday guy. I have all the answers on Monday after the game. We can't do that, But that during the course of the week, as you put the game plan together, my personality's on it. It's Todd's deal. I'll let him call it. I don't know how the guys do it that are head coaches and do both. I think it's hard. I tried it, didn't work out. But it's still ball, and I enjoy doing it. But defensively, I'm pretty standard with, hey, okay, what new stuff? How many missed tackles? Things like that.
I grew up with Monty Kiffin, Nebraska. That's where Frank Solich came from. And when I hear you talking, I see you're a little bit like Coach Solich, who really was your mentor, right?
Absolutely, 21 years. And Coach Kiffin was around a lot at Nebraska and in Ohio. He came every year, or every other year, I should say. And so I've spent a little time with him over the years. I consider him a mentor. You know, I mean, he called me maybe just a year and a half ago when he's at Ole Miss. You know, yeah, I've been very blessed with my upbringing. Gus Bradley, I worked with Gus. You know Gus?
Hell yeah. You open up Notre Dame or Ole Miss. You open up Mississippi.
No, we played Citadel first game.
Citadel's first,
Yes,
but
sir.
then you go to Ole Miss.
Yes, sir, at Ole Miss.
What's your expectation of this team? I mean, you went 1-11. You had to bite the bullet. You got a bunch of new guys. You feel like there's a lot of momentum. What's your expectation for Charlotte?
I mean, like you said, we won one game last year, so we know what the bottom of the bottom is. So it ain't nothing but to win this year and to win some games. So honestly, we've been putting in 1% effort every day at practice, getting better every day. So hopefully they show us up on the field that we're going to win some games this year for sure.
That's good. Well, I appreciate you guys joining me. Good luck.
Sure.
I can't wait to watch you.
Coach, thanks
great
a lot.
meeting you. Yep.
I appreciate it.
God bless you, man.
Coach.
Good luck.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate that, Coach.
Good. Will you sign my helmet?
Be glad to.
Be honored. Yeah, thank you.
Be glad to.
This episode of Inside the FFCA is brought to you by Noble. It's Barstool's favorite footwear brand. Noble is known for their best-in-class footwear, and they're everywhere right now. Walking around city to city, at the airport, wherever I go. They've got so many styles and different colors for every activity, including their newest and most versatile shoe, the Drive 2. Drive 2 is out now in ripstop and mesh styles. Mesh when you want to prioritize breathability, and ripstop when you need to lock in on stability. It's durable, it's flexible, it's comfortable right out of the box. Cushion where you want, structure where you need. Get the newest, most versatile shoe from Noble, the Drive 2. Available now on their website. I need structure, so I wear them to work out, and man, they make a difference, and I get a lot of compliments on how good they look. And my feet are on vacation. Noble's offering 35% off your first order. Visit www.nobleproject.com. Use code GRUDEN for 35% off your first order. That's www.noblullproject.com. Use code GRUDEN and get 35% off your entire first order. I'm excited to finally meet you. This is Coach Abel right here. He's going into his second year at Rice. If I was with you guys for the next month, what's coming out of the tunnel with the Rice Owls this year? What would you say we can expect to see?
Well, I think the first thing expected, you're going to see a much different team than I think what our Rice community has seen in quite some time. I've been clear in some other interviews leading up to this week that I'm incredibly excited about the changes that have happened on our campus over the last year and a half, and excited that we were able to really bring along guys from the program that really bought into what we were doing year one, right? A couple of those guys here today. And then we brought some guys in the program that truly believe what we're doing. I couldn't be more excited, and man, they're going to be excited with us when we
Now,
get to
the
that tunnel.
portal is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, Rice, okay, there's a certain level of academics that you got to have to get to Rice.
A little bit.
I
Yes,
mean,
it is.
Rice is not for
Yeah.
everybody, man. Look at you guys.
Yeah.
But I want to hear from you because you've been around a little bit.
Yes, sir.
You know, you were at Miami, you were at Central Florida. I know who you are.
Yes, sir.
How do you end up at Rice? What is it about Coach Abel and Rice that helped you pull the
I
trigger?
was at a point in my career where I needed to be wanted and wanted to be loved and stuff like that. And so when I got to Rice, it was kind of just a match made in heaven for me with my athleticism and just putting that all on tape for a final year.
What about you?
I've been at Rice all 5. This is my 5th year. I really bought into what Coach Abel was telling. I mean, he's a man of his word, and he'll give you his trust. And you know, as long as you accept that, and as long as you never disappoint him, he's the man what you see.
I mean, you're coming off almost 1,000 yards. What is it about the Owls that you love?
It's just really the culture that we bring. Piggyback off of these guys. This Coach Abel culture came in. He met with everybody, and he made you feel wanted, made you feel loved, and that's what you want coming as a head coach. You know, feeling loved and going out there playing for your coach. And I think it's just what Jakari said, a match made in heaven. Is just where you want to be. And this, I think, Rice is a spot where players want to be.
I kind of see you guys as a mystery team. I take pride in knowing a lot of these coaches. I don't know Coach Abel a lot. I know you were at Davidson. You won a lot of games. You go to Rice.
Yeah.
I knew the previous head coach. He's in the NFL now.
Yeah.
I want to hear from you. What is it about him? What's his coaching style?
I would say he's definitely a player's coach, but
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely know when he needs to coach you hard and when he needs to love you, and that's a good thing about him. Like sometimes I might mess up in the drill, I might mess up a play or something, but he's going to be there, encourage me, but still going to give me the love that that you want as well. But it's good to have somebody that's going to that sees more than you. I mean, sees more what you're capable of. So that's the type of he's definitely a player's coach.
Nobody knows him better than you. I mean, you've seen a lot at Rice.
Yes.
What does he bring to the table that maybe is a little bit different, that's exciting for you guys? I keep hearing the excitement coming out of your program.
I mean, he brings out everybody's full potential. I mean, you look around the locker room, everybody's willing to go fight for him, die for him on that field. I mean, we don't leave nothing on the field when it comes to Coach Abel. We're all willing to step and protect him, have his back no matter what, through the ins and outs. And that's really the culture difference, culture shock, I really feel.
How about you? I mean, you're the quarterback.
Right. I think with my time, I think he's been a realist. He's real with you. He doesn't kind of pick and choose between guys. He keeps it up front with guys, and I think I can respect that. It's just being a man for sure.
I want to go off record here. I mean, on record.
Oh, we're on record? We're off record. I just didn't know.
Well, everything we do here is on record. I want to know what really pisses you off today. I mean, what's the one thing that makes you just throw your headset? What's the boiling point for you?
Yeah, you know what it is? It is people that don't believe. People that lack faith, whether it's faith in their brother, faith in what they're doing on the field, faith in their life.
Yeah.
I struggle with that, right? If people have belief and faith in what they're doing, whether they're running the local restaurant or they're running the football program.
Yeah.
Right? I want people that we can surround our program with that truly believe. I tell the guys this, and I know these two have heard it, but two words you use a lot: hope and faith. Right? I don't have much time for hope. Hope's for wishers.
I love that.
Right? Faith for believers. People who have faith know that that's going to change. They know that's going to happen. Right? And same thing in my spiritual life. Right? People who are truly faithful are people of faith, not of hope.
That's great, man. Let me ask you this. Who are two guys on the Owls you look forward to playing with this year? Give me two guys I can't wait to run out there with.
I'm excited for this question.
It's hard to pull out two guys.
Just give me two.
But I would say definitely Jakari. Him coming in, the energy he brings is something special. He's definitely a leader of men, and seeing him lead out there, seeing him work is something special. I'll say definitely Jakari, and on the defensive side, I'm gonna say Koa. Koa came in and he's worked his tail off every single day, and I think those two guys you should be excited if you're Owl fans to see play.
How about you? Who most fires you up? I mean, I can't wait to see these guys.
Man, for me, one is Koa. Another name you hear, just somebody that really works, always in the film room with me, always trying to get better. That's 100%. Then the other guy, I'm going Austin. I mean, talk about somebody who runs sideline to sideline, give max effort in the runs that we do. Like, you can see that really ready to translate for the game. That's what I love.
What about you, young man?
I would say I'm gonna go with room, the whole running back room. I think Tyvon Byers, Dre Hardman, Q Jack in there with Carson Morgan. I think that's gonna be a three-headed monster for sure. And then I would say Barry Jackson. I think he's been through a lot, and I think he's kind of coming to a year where he wants to lock in and kind of take a step as as far as a football player and as a man. I think I'm guiding him to do that, and I think he's gonna have a good year.
I'm going to be one of these media guys now.
Okay.
Rice.
Yeah.
Okay, Rice football. It's been tough, man.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to say, you got to deal with the NIL. Maybe we're not spending money on it like Ohio State, some of these other teams.
Most likely we're not.
Then we got the transfer portal, right? We got to deal with that. We got to deal with building a culture with a lot of new players. We got to handle our coaching staff. These guys come and go. They all, it's hard to keep them. We got to deal with the alumni. We got to deal with raising money, preparing game plans.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? What is it about football right now that has called you?
Well, I think through my career, everything's changed and evolved, right? I started as a small high school coach, bigger high school coach, a Division III coach, a FCS coach. So my career has been about change. At every step of the way, you got a bigger roster, you got a bigger staff, you got scholarships, or you don't have scholarships. Right, and so to me, this is just this is kind of par for the course, right? Evolution happens, change happens, and how you embrace that will really lead your program. And I get excited about that. There's a lot of things that are going on in college football now, right?
Yeah.
And we could talk about them all, but at the end of the day,
yeah,
there's a lot of great things. And the three guys sitting here with you are an example. All the great people that are still right. Hey. big college football players, fans. What a great industry we're in, and I'm blessed to be doing what I do.
I worry about mental toughness. I tried to coach mental toughness more than anything. You know what I'm talking about. There's things that are going to go wrong. We're going to fall behind at some point. Somebody's going to get hurt. The referee's going to throw a flag. I want to know what your message is in the locker room. You're down 13, a ball's tipped or dropped and intercepted. What's your message in the tough times to your team?
Well, yeah, right then, it's really just about the play in front of them, right? I mean, I hope our players don't know they're down 13. Why are we looking at the scoreboard, right? Mentally tough people understand the challenge that's right in front of them. They attack that challenge, and then what's the next challenge after that? And so we talk about that regularly, and you use the word toughness. It's probably the single word the three of them have heard me use more than anything this offseason. We'll be a tough football team. I'm going to guarantee that to our fan base, to our community. We'll be mentally tough, we'll be physically tough, and we didn't always do that last year. I don't hide from that.
What's your snap count? Are you one of those clapping guys?
No. You want to hear it?
No, listen, we can't. Listen,
No.
listen.
Make it
we
up.
can't divulge everything.
All right.
I'm just glad to hear you're not clapping.
I can give a
Where
dummy.
are we going with
don't even say anything.
Dummy.
But you are a great-looking guy. I mean, you're a mystery in college football. Let's be honest, man. You're productive here. You're productive there. You're looking for something. You haven't found it yet.
Right.
And you got Notre Dame September 12th,
sir.
man, and I'll be watching. Do you feel pressure? Do you apply pressure? What's your state of mind right now?
I would say I'm a thermostat. I set the temperature. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a thermometer. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, with that, I think what an opportunity for a team that's, I guess, looked down upon for us to go into South Bend or any place that we play anybody this year and make a mark. I mean, we can let it all go and shoot our shots for sure.
What's your go-to run? What makes you go? What do you hear in the huddle that makes you go, yeah?
Really, if you call anything, I'm
Come
ready.
on, man.
I'm eager to go.
I don't like that. What's your favorite play?
My favorite run scheme is probably guard, tackle, pulling. We used to run that in high school all the time when I was playing quarterback. So GT counter.
Now, you're not the biggest back.
I'm not the biggest back.
How big are you?
We off the record. We'll say
On the
on the
record. We got to be on the record.
We go, 5'9", 175. But I don't let that limit who I am as a person or who I am as a player. I go out there and just put one foot in front of another. Everybody put their pads on the same way. Everybody put their shoes on the same way. I just go out there and attack.
And what's your signature play? What is it you? I love it.
Well, I mean, everybody knows me on the team. I mean, I headhunt. I mean, whether it's A gap, B gap, C gap, that's what I do. I don't shy away to contact, how big or small. That's just what I love. I'm being playing all over, but headhunting is really what I love. That's what I do.
Last thing, I just got to ask you, what's your forecast here moving forward? I mean, what's training camp? What do you got in store for training camp?
It's we're going to get after them. We've been working hard all year. They're ready for it. But day one will hit. Here in just a few days, and all preparation for week one. Houston Christian. We're a 1 week program at a time, and so I'm excited to get this whole group into camp together. Having the guys stay in the program, the True Believe brought the new guys here, and they have gelled incredibly together. Now, to see them all work together for one reason, it's exciting for our staff. Got a great staff, and this is the joy of what we do, right? Developing men and then watching them develop their teammates. Yeah.
What is it like at Rice? I mean, what it's in Houston, but I don't know.
We're in this little bubble, right?
Yeah.
The West U end. You feel like you're in your own little suburb. You really don't feel like you're in Houston. Gorgeous campus, great food, by the way, and unbelievable people. That's why you want to know who we are. And then we're going to graduate people. We're going to graduate players that are going to do incredible things with their life, right? Some of them on the football field, right? Post Rice. Some of them outside of the football world, right? Future doctors, lawyers, engineers. I love that, and I'm excited for them. They all make me better.
I can't get nothing out of you. Nothing.
What's that?
Nothing on the board. Anything.
I mean, what you want?
Show me something you like.
Give me a scenario.
Oh, it's just 1st and 10, basic play.
I would have been disappointed.
I mean, you're the mystery, man. We got to see what you got here. What is that line in the middle? The O line?
Yeah, that's my O line. That's simple because we ain't got a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
More.
You're an empty, huh?
Yeah. Option.
I love that.
Here. Stick to that. And then access.
How you read that?
Man, 2 over 2 over here. I'm going option. all the way. You said it's first and 10, and then progress off of that to here to access right here.
You're in the gun?
For sure.
90% of the time, 100% of the time.
Whatever they need
Which
me to
foot
do.
you got back these days?
Which foot I have back? No, I'm even.
Oh,
I'm
good.
Even. I'm even.
You're
I'm
my
even.
kind of guy, man.
Yeah. No tails.
Square them up. We don't cheat either way.
Love you guys. All right. Thanks for joining me.
No, thanks for having
I'll
us.
be pulling
Honored.
for you. You want to have these guys introduce themselves?
Eric Stewart.
Peter Clark.
And that clock, it has a little accent to it.
Yeah.
I heard you were from London.
Yeah.
Now, I thought you were from the Midwest just faking that accent, but I got to ask you, I'm going to start with you. How the heck and why the heck are you at Temple?
So, I'm a foreign player. You can imagine what it was like trying to be recruited, especially during COVID times, right?
Yeah.
And Temple had a history of recruiting internationally. So when they took a shot on me, an international kid that nobody really knew about, I knew that it was my turn to pour into the university the same way they did to me. So that's how I ended up at Temple.
How about you?
I was a kid out of JUCO. I was a no-star recruit out of high school. Did 2 years in JUCO, and honestly, I pretty much recruited myself to Temple. I believe I sent emails to every single school in the country after my season had ended, and that's where I fell.
That's how you play too. I mean, you just play like every snap. I gotta prove myself, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
you have a great effort style in your play.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But you're. I go back to Delaware with you. It's
Yeah.
Sam Houston State. You've won national championships. We're not young anymore. We're kind of getting older.
Don't remind me. I got a birthday coming up here in a couple days.
I see you go to Temple. You've won almost 300 games. You go to Temple. I coach for Philadelphia. Temple, man, is for tough dudes, right?
Yes, sir.
This is not for every. Temple
tough is for real.
It is for real.
Yeah.
I just want to hear from you. If I came to watch you guys for a month, what am I going to walk away? What's coming out of the tunnel with the Owls this year?
Well, there's a culture now. There's a culture, and we're in this thing together. And we do bleed, the cherry and white. And it's all about being in this thing together. It's all like, if you listen to the guys who were there before you, I mean, they love that place. I mean, like when you talk to Temple guys, 10th and Diamond is someplace really special. And one of the things when I took over, I leaned into the history. It wasn't like, hey, this is how Casey Keeler's going to do it. It's like, no, there's been greatness here before. I want to get back to that greatness. And talking to some of the alums, they were so proud of their time at 10th and Diamond. They said, hey, one of the things that we would do is go out and clean the neighborhood. Because this is our community. We want to be part of this community. We want to be great neighbors. And so one of the first things we started doing is, going out a couple of times a week and we clean the neighborhood. And it's so cool, John, because like people come out of their houses and wave to you and thank you, and store owners will just hey, we know you want to be part of this neighborhood. So again, there's been greatness there. 198 former NFL players, 81 draft choices,
I know.
4 first-round picks.
Yeah, Bruce Arians, Todd Bowles. It's a football factory.
The left tackle playing for the Buffalo Bills might be best left tackle like in all pro football.
Dawkins.
Ian Dawkins.
There's a lot of great
Who I
players.
was just texting with a little while ago because we're redoing the locker room and he was so impressed with what we're doing. So, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this question, because I've seen you coach a long time, but I look at football now, it's different. There's this thing called the NIL. There's you got to deal with that. It's tough.
Adaptive
the transfer.
pass-
Well, I'm not done yet.
adaptive
The
pass,
transfer portal. I mean, these guys can transfer anytime they want. You got to try to build a culture. But your roster changes over every week, it seems. And then you got to deal with all these alumni, and you got to raise money. Then you got to hire a staff and make sure you keep your staff. And then you got to prepare game plans to play really good football teams. I'm just curious, after all those wins and national titles and coaching awards, why the hell are you still doing this?
It's so funny. I was doing what you did
I know. You were working with Jaworski.
Yeah. And I just miss the kids, and I basically have told my wife, like, when you tell me I'm done, I'm done. Because she'll know I'll go forever. And, 41 years of marriage coming up. She's made a lot of sacrifices. My kids have made a lot of sacrifices. But she just sees, like, this is not a job. This is like a passion for me. And Temple, was so refreshing because when I got there, I wasn't sure what I was walking into. They hadn't won a lot of ball games, and I could just see these kids love that place. And a lot of them said, hey, we want to stick around and make this place, better. And every obstacle is an opportunity, John. When I got there, we had a bunch of seniors, And I wasn't going to cut those kids. I want to make sure they graduated from Temple because that was really important to them. But then what happened is by us doing the right thing for those older guys, it might have hurt our record last year because we really couldn't change our talent. But all of a sudden now, we didn't lose a single starter to the portal, which is unheard of in our world. I mean, Peter, Eric, they both had other opportunities. They stayed because they saw the culture, they know what we can do there, and we also treated those guys on the way out the right way. So we feel really good about where we're going. Again, when you can keep all your starters that were potential portal guys, and some of these guys getting offered hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you can pay them, and they stay. And then we had the #1 high school transfer class in the conference. We're going in the right direction. And I think our kids feel that we're going to be much better than we were, a year ago.
Let me hear from you. Who are 2 Temple Owls on defense that you can't wait to play with this fall? Give me 2 names.
I cannot wait to play. We have a transfer came in, Sabor Kareem. He's a real high energy safety, somebody I mesh really well with. And I also say we have a D lineman named Kid Ortiz. He's a real powerful dude. So
I used to go over to Temple, saw Hassan Reddick work out, and Matt Ioannidis. They had a lot of really good players. What is the style of defense? How would you summarize the style of defense at Temple? What are you guys trying to do?
We're trying to be a scrappy defense. Like, just like he said, Temple tough is a real thing. Like being in Philadelphia and being in North Broad every day, like North Philly every day, being on Broad Street, you kind of develop that perseverance and that grit. So
it's a perfect place for you, isn't it?
Yeah, just be
Look at you.
get everybody to the ball. Let me have to the ball. Find out on defense. That's what we want to do.
What about you, Peter? I mean, you had some catches. You scored 6 touchdowns. What kind of offense do the Temple Owls run?
Yeah, we run a very fun offense. We don't do a million different things, but what we do really well, and we do it a bunch of different ways. So we're going to motion, we're going to shift, we're going to move around, but we're going to be really efficient and play fun football.
What's the one thing that really pisses you off that makes you throw your headset?
Oh, God.
Come on.
I don't know. No, just,
What's the boiling point? Come on.
Yeah, when I hear a player say, I'm just trying to make a play, say, don't try to make a play. Just do your job. And that's the whole theme with these guys. Like, if we just do our job, we're going to be fine. Let's not worry about doing anything more than that. And I've lost my mind a couple of times on the sideline when a guy comes off and he goes off sides, he's trying to jump the count, and Coach, I'm just trying to make a play. Just trying to make a play.
Yeah.
So,
do you guys know who you're playing for? I mean, the guys won 275 games.
Yeah.
I want to hear
276.
276. See that? Let me ask you, how do you explain your coach? How would you describe him to America?
I tell everybody, like, Coach Q is a real stand-up guy. Before because when he first came in, we didn't kind of know what we were gonna do, and he coached somebody that I went to junior college with. And he told me, like, go ahead and call him, like, and ask me about me, like, just get your own, fill out the situation. And I talked to my friend Sincere, and he was like, no, that's a real stand-up guy. Like, he's gonna have your back. Anything that you need, he's always gonna go talk to him. And I feel like that makes, in this day and age, and like playing college football, that makes it a little bit easier. Like, you don't have to worry about your head coach having your back, which is a good thing.
How about you?
Yeah, I think what you see is what you get. He's never going to lie to you. If you need to do more, he's going to demand more out of you. If you're not meeting the standard, he's going to tell you that. But if you pour into him, he's going to pour into you. And this guy drives from Delaware every day to Philadelphia. Like, if he doesn't love this place, he loves what we do, so we love him too.
They got statues of him in Delaware. You know that. I mean, why wouldn't you be in Delaware? I want to ask this. The contingency plan to me is always as important as the plan itself. Adversity is going to hit you guys at some point. Whether we like it or not, we're going to be behind 13-0.
Sure.
Ball's tipped, intercepted, flags are going against us. Somebody gets hurt. I want to know what your message is to your team when things really get hot. What's a veteran coach saying these days?
Yeah, so our whole thing, I'll give you a good example. We're playing North Texas, and we got to win that game to make a bowl. And North Texas is really good, and their hammer is pretty bad. And I got the boys in the locker room. I said, listen, no one's ever going to know this but us, but we got to go win the second half because we will never give up. I mean, we're going to play until they're all zeros on the scoreboard. When there's all zeros on the scoreboard, then we'll figure out what the score was. I said, but we're going to win that, and we won that second half. And that maybe meant nothing to anybody but those 70 guys in that locker room. And so my whole theme is like, listen, I just want to have a team that we're going to play as hard as we can to the very end, and when it's over, we'll see if we won or lost. And we're losing to James Madison when I'm at Sam Houston 24-3. And I got in the locker room. I told the boys, I said, "Give me 7." We give me 7 right back in it. And we ended up scoring 28 points in 5.5 minutes and beat James Madison to go win the national championship the next game. And again, the whole mentality has to be like, let's not worry about the scoreboard. Let's worry about playing. And if our team does that, I like our chances. I think we have a pretty good team.
You know, a lot of these colleges are in these small college towns, you know, and they got, you know, I don't know what. It's just a little college atmosphere. You go to Temple, man, it's in downtown Philly. I used to go to Temple 5 a.m. in the morning to see John Chaney's team practice basketball. They used to practice in the mornings. And I wanted to go see it. I was a young coach. What's it like going to Temple and being a college student? What is the sales point for Coach and I? We're recruits. Why would we want to go? What would we experience there? Explain it.
I feel like the one thing that I really like about Temple, like, there's so much opportunity with it being in Philadelphia and it being a big city. So like there's outside of football and outside of your sport, there's so many more opportunities for you to like advance yourself in life. And I think you can't get that everywhere. That's
70,000 alums in an hour and a half.
It's awesome.
A lot of internship opportunities and job opportunities.
Yeah.
So
New Jersey's right there, Delaware's right there, Airport right there, Philadelphia Eagles, Sixers. Look at him giving me the 2-minute drill right there. I got to get you on the board for one thing. I want to see one route that you like. Just show me a route you like at Temple. Give it to me because I love tight ends. So I see 6 touchdowns. I want to know what you're doing.
Yeah, so we're going to be right hash, so we into the boundary. I'm going to be in the slot. Third down conversion, big body. They're going to put a nickel, they're going to put a safety, they're going to put a linebacker. Whoever they put on me, there's an advantage that I have, whether it's speed, size, height. So what we're going to do is this guy's got a bus ticket. He's going to have an MOR. I'm going to work whoever this defender is. If it's a Sam Becker, if it's a nickel, if it's a safety, I'm going to attack his outside shoulder, get to 10 to 12. I'm either going to lean release him or speed cut it based on if it's man or zone. I'm either going to sit it down if he passes through, or I'm going to run out if he sits. And I'm going to sit in this window right here, either a 3 high safety, 2 high safety, or this guy buzzing through. But this window or this window right here is where I'm going to sit to convert on the sticks.
What if he overplays you? Can you go inside?
I can't go inside, but if I sit it right here and work on his inside shoulder, I got to trust the quarterback's going to put it on the right shoulder for me to turn upfield and get to the sticks.
What's your stance look like real quick?
3-point stance?
Yeah, let me see that.
Over
there.
Over here?
Let me see this.
So
I love you guys are in 3-point
right
stances.
I got to have great bend. I got to be able to see a front, see a safety, hand down in the ground. I got to stay quick, low, and violent.
Temple tough. Last thing, you're wearing a green dot?
Yes, sir.
Let me just hear what's your standard operating procedure? Are you keying the back, looking at the backfield set, line splits? What are you looking at?
Looking through my triangle, so reading through the guards to the running back. Just reading my keys, keeping my eyes in the right spot.
Okay. Well, good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
I get yelled at if I hold you guys over. Thank you guys for being
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
That's really London, huh?
Yeah.
I went over there twice for a game, man. I had a great time over there. There's some, I don't want to tell you, but there's some pretty good pubs over there, man. Did you know that? Let me give you my number. All right. You got a cell phone with you? Yeah. Well, here we are with the Owls, man. It's great to spend 20 minutes with you guys. Thanks for being here. I want to start with you, Coach. Where do you feel your team is? You got a great opener against the Gators.
No doubt.
You had spring practice. You're about to start training camp. What's your level of optimism?
Very optimistic. Yeah, we feel a lot better. You know, year 2 for me, you know, coming in, first-time head coach, young guy. Last year trying to figure it out a little bit. But we know our deficiencies that we had last year, and we got some big-time leaders back from last year's team and a lot of continuity back, full staff continuity back from last year as well, and some big-time players. And in addition, in the transfer portal, and some high school guys are going to help us as well. So feel really good going into year 2 here.
I'm an offensive coach. Love throwing the ball. This guy's been around the best. I mean, he can throw the ball with the best of them. Year 2 of your system. I know enough about your offense to know it's not for everybody.
No doubt.
A lot of options for receivers. Hard to get everybody on the same page. Not a lot of continuity in college football. But you got to be excited with the potential of your quarterback and you in year 2. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we're excited. You know, I mean, this system, like you mentioned, you know, the more years you can get in the system, the more comfortable he's going to be. He's operating at an extremely high level right now. And then you know, the beauty too, he brings back his top 2 targets from last year. Easton Messer, 100 catches, 1,000 yards last year. You bring back Dom Henry, massive playmaker for us last year. Got 2 starting offensive linemen back as well. Man, we're excited with where we're at, and I think he's going to have a huge year.
I mean, statistically, completion percentage, yardage, touchdowns. Just maybe a quick summary of your game. How do you see the position? What are the strengths that you're bringing to the Owls this fall?
Just get the ball to the playmakers. That's my job, and don't turn the ball over. We have a really good receiver core this year. We brought in 3 really good tight ends. Like Coach said, our offensive line, we have a lot of continuity there. We have brought in some good running backs in the portal too. I think we have a lot of weapons around me, and it's just my job to get them the ball.
I got to ask both of you guys, this transfer portal's foreign to me, man. I'd have a hard time with that. But you transferred from Cincinnati, right?
Correct.
And I'm sure you could have gone to a lot of places after the season you just had. But I want to know what you see in Coach here in Florida Atlantic. Why FAU?
Why would you not want to play in this offense as a quarterback? I mean, just look at the history of it. Look at the yards that we put up, the games that we play, the guys that he's coached before me. As a quarterback, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I think you're kind of dumb if you want to leave that system.
What about you, CJ? Why'd you go there?
I mean, I just believe in what he had in store for us. Last year was the first year as a young head coach. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that we were going to be a problem this year in the American because of the way he leads us. I mean, our job, they're going to score. We all know Kitley and his offense, and we got Caden back there. We just know we're going to score. All we have to do is stop them on defense, and I have full belief that we will, and I have full belief in our coaching staff.
And you got to be in great shape.
Got
because
to.
it is hot in Florida, and I know
Yeah.
this, you're going to get the lead,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to close it out on defense with a fourth quarter pass rush.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit about your pass rush ability and maybe a couple guys that you're looking forward to playing with.
Yeah, we got some new transfers. Blake Burris, he's been with Kitley before at Texas Tech. I love playing next to him. He brings a different type of aspect to our team that we needed. We have people returning like Sledge, Anichi Sledge is coming back. And then we have Corey Clark coming from Mississippi State transfer. We all have different parts of our games. We got people that are going to hold that run stout, and then we got people that are going to get after that quarterback when we need to. And then between the tempo that we run in practice and then our D-line coach, Coach Santana, we're going to be in shape for that third down, fourth down play in the fourth quarter that we need to have. So I know I can have full faith in everybody to be ready for that.
I was an offensive coordinator kind of like you were. Then I became a head coach. Now I'm thinking about being a head coach in college. And I start thinking about the NIL, the transfer portal, building a culture.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with the roster that's changing every year, alumni, you got to deal with those guys.
Oh, yeah.
You got to raise money to
Yep.
pay everybody in all these facilities. You got to put together a game plan to beat Florida. You got to manage your coaching staff.
Yeah.
Why the heck are you doing this, man? What is it about it that makes you want this so much?
I love everything about it, man. I love people. I'm a people person first and foremost, and I get to come to a team every day of 115 guys, be around them, get to hire people that I wanted to hire to be a part of my staff, be able to take care of them, take care of their families. I just like people, so I don't mind all the grind to it. There's a lot to it for sure. College athletics is ever changing, as we know. I don't love every part of it, but you know what? I'm young. I'm going to adapt, and we're going to roll.
I've never heard him mic'd up. I want you to give me a quick summary. What's he like on game day?
Pretty relaxed, to be honest. Through warm-ups and just talking in the locker room, he's pretty relaxed, but laser focused at the same time. If I'm not talking to him, you can tell he's really dialed in. And then as soon as I'm talking to him, you can tell he's really easygoing, and that makes me feel comfortable too as a quarterback. Just knowing your head coach is confident enough in his play calling that he's relaxed before the game.
What's the one thing that pisses you off that makes you throw your headset? What is there one thing that's it? Yeah.
Throwing the ball out of bounds on a free play.
Yeah,
we
is
got
that
a free
right?
play, defense jumps off sides, and we throw that ball out of bounds.
Have you ever done that, young man?
No, I don't think I've done that in a game, but definitely in practice, and I got my ass ripped for it for sure.
I think having a contingency plan for adversity, having some mental toughness is really important. I mean, there's 14 teams in this league. You're opening up with Florida. Most of these teams got players. They got a whole new team. Half of them got new coaches. What's it like when you're down 13-0? There's a tip pass that's intercepted. What's your message to your guys in adversity?
Spot the ball. That's what we talk about. Spot the ball. No matter what happens, the game of football is a game of highs and lows. It's very rare that's always perfect, where you're going to score every drive, you're going to stop them every drive, right? So we got to spot the ball. No matter what happens, we got to have each other's back. We're a family in this thing. We win and lose as a team. So spot the ball. Let's play the next play.
I love that. You know, you're one of the few guys I've really studied going into this off season because of all your numbers. I see guys that are throwing for that kind of yardage and that kind of completion percentage. Is there a summarization? What is this offense for football fans that are going to see you guys play? How would you summarize your style of play? What is this offense?
We're going to sling it around the yard for sure.
I know that, but what is it? I mean, is it option routes? Is it spread? Is it up tempo? Are there some characteristics that fans can look for? I mean, you guys are different.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely up tempo. You know, anytime that we get a first down, damn near every time we're going tempo. You know, unless maybe we're getting down on the goal line or something like that. But even then, we've gone tempo down there too. You know, we're gonna play fast. We're gonna get the ball snapped. The TV people don't even have time to show an instant replay. We're snapping it so fast. So, and it definitely works to our advantage. And we definitely have option routes in the system. But I wouldn't say that there's too many to the point where the receivers get confused that we're not on the same page. There's just enough to where, you know, we can be really good at them, but there's not too many to the point where they're overwhelmed.
And defensively, what are you guys trying to do on your side of the ball? Anything different?
Cause havoc at all times. That's the biggest thing. Everybody, all 11 hats have to be to the ball at all times. That's a part of having to be conditioned, and that's where we kind of get a step up. We always are playing a tempo offense every practice, especially in that heat. All 11 hats have to be the ball, causing havoc at all times, for sure.
Man, that raising hell, that is contagious. And if you're not raising hell, we might stop practice raising hell.
We're going to stop practice for sure. Yeah,
but,
of course.
If I took away your cell phone for a week, what would you miss the most?
What I miss the most?
Come on, be honest.
Man, I'm not going to lie, I don't know.
What would you miss? I see all you guys on your phone all the time, all my young guys I see. What would you miss? There's something in there.
Probably
Texting
my Instagram reels, to be honest with you.
What about a coach? I mean, you got to talk to about 14,000 people.
All the time.
Yeah.
You can take my phone for a week. That'd be all right. I'd be all right with that. Probably just the communication that you have on them these days. I mean, it's all, you know, in the world we live in, we don't talk on the phone as much anymore, but we're constantly texting each other, players, recruits, whatever. And so I think just, again, I'm a people person. I like to interact with people. So just the constant communication for no week. I need my wife and my kids with me probably for that week or something like that to at least keep me sane, because it'd feel weird not having one for a week.
You know, if I ask you can't call plays, you can't coach quarterbacks, but you can still coach.
Yep.
I want to know the last position that you would want to coach in today's game of college football.
The last position
I don't want to coach that position. What's the hard
quarterback?
What would be the one that you would say, no way?
Man, probably cornerback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys are on an island a lot, and offenses are just getting more and more unique and creative on trying to find ways to get open. So probably cornerback.
You feel a lot of momentum in your program right now?
I really do.
Yeah.
A lot of it. Yeah. Again, it starts with these guys, man. It's a player's game, you know, and it's my job to put them in the best situation to be successful. But you got guys like these two, plus a lot of other studs we have on our football team. They make you feel good and you rest your head on your pillow at night.
You know, I'm one of those guys that's anti-clap.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys clappers?
Yes, we are.
Let me see it. Is it like?
Yeah, I mean, give indicators. Use my indicators. You know,
So
that's your version of tut, and then getting into a wide 80.
Man, if I come back and coach against you, I'm gonna tell my whole defense.
They can't.
Delay a game. Yeah. Can you draw something for me?
Yeah. What do you want me to draw?
Let me see something.
Anything?
Yeah, you don't need to give me your game plan, but I'm just curious. Something that you kind of like that's really cool that's in your wheelhouse.
Simple Y cross.
What are you doing with the quarterback's footwork? Do you have a preference on which foot is back in the gun?
I'm not. I'm a comfortable guy. I want them to be comfortable.
Love that.
But at the same time, we got to make sure we're diligent in our drops, making sure we're taking, you know, some people are true 3-step, some people are punch, 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm comfortable. I want these guys to feel really good with what they're doing while still maintaining the integrity of our footwork that we're trying to teach, because we're a progression-based offense. And so if your feet are off or you're too fast or you're too slow, you're going to be off on what you're trying to do here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me hear it. What do we got?
So we just got our simple smash concept with Y cross on the backside with the post curl.
That post curl, though, that's not a typical post curl. That could be about 5 different things. Am I right?
For sure. Depending on where the defense is at, but like I said, we have good weapons. They understand space and the zones in the defense. So this is my favorite route ever because it's almost always open. And we have good enough receivers to where if a team's playing man, they can still get open on the post curl, and it's my last read, so they know they have time to get open.
Is that pure progression?
Yes, sir. So I'm going 1 picture read here to 2 to 3 to 4.
I love it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for being here.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a big fan of yours. I can't wait to watch you guys play. Have
you.
you dug into the Florida Gator tape?
Yes, sir. Just a little bit.
They got a new coaching staff, right?
Yes, sir. They do. Yeah, we got to play Tulane last year.
You'd be the
Big
last
Ten.
team I would want to see if I was them, man, because I don't know what you guys are going to do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, good luck. And if I can ever help,
Appreciate
we're right
it,
down
Coach.
the street. Yeah,
Pleasure meeting you.
nice
Yes,
to
sir.
meet you finally.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Good luck to you guys.
Appreciate
Thanks
you
for being
having
here.
us.
Yep.
You too. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Good to see you too.
Oh, will you sign my helmet, Coach?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you guys for giving me a few of your minutes here. I am telling you, I thank you guys, first of all, for going to Navy and being who you are and what you're going to be and the potential that you guys have. The training that you're willing to go through, it just warms my heart. I got so much respect for you, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Got a lot of friends that have kind of rolled through Navy, and I know quite a bit about Annapolis, but I've never gone through what you guys go through, and I appreciate it, man. Here we are with the Navy midshipman. We got Coach Newberry. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, great to be
I
here.
got to ask you about the beard, because I see Navy. I don't see a lot of guys with beards.
I know. I'm civilian. Right?
Is that what it is?
I've had it for a long, long time, so I feel like I can't shave it off at this point.
I had to ask you that because I see it down on TV every week, and I'm like, that is one freaking cool coach right there, man. But what a job you have done. 11 wins. You got a lot of starters coming back. I just want to hear it from you. What's it like being a head football coach at Navy?
Well, I tell you, it's an honor
Yeah.
and a privilege. I say this all the time, but I think I've got one of the best jobs in college football,
Mhm.
primarily because of the type of young men that I get to coach on a daily basis.
Mhm.
And you know, these guys make a decision to serve their country and
Yeah.
do something that's bigger than themselves, and to be a part of that, to get to coach those guys, and at some place that you feel is important, right?
Mhm.
Making an impact on guys that are going to make impacts when they leave the program, and it's truly an honor and privilege.
I hear about the NIL and transfer portal. That's all I read about and hear about. Every coach has a lot of new players. But when I see Navy, I see 5 guys on defense, 5 starters coming back on offense, a lot of continuity. But when you go to Navy, it's not your typical college atmosphere. There's a lot of sacrifices, man. I want to ask you, why Navy? Why did you want to go there in the first place?
I knew what the Naval Academy was. I grew up a huge football fan. And when you get on campus and you got Coach Newberry recruiting you, and you just kind of see what the academy is all about, it was a no-brainer in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. What about you?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know anything about the academy until I started getting recruited. The military never really was something that I had in my cards going into my future. But taking the visit to Navy and just realizing the type of guys that are there, like the caliber of people that they are, and just what they're willing to sacrifice for their country, it just made me align with that, and I just felt like that's where I wanted to be. The coaches as well, Coach Newberry, Coach Jasper, Coach Connick, all those guys, make it really easy.
I got to ask about the Commander's Trophy. You got to play Air Force. You got to beat Army 17-16. What does that mean deep down to get that trophy?
Yeah, it means everything. This is number one tangible goal in our program. It's we want to be the elite academy, the premier academy, and we take a lot of pride in that, obviously. And we spend the entire year working on that, and that's our primary goal. And it means everything to our program. The tradition and the standard at the Naval Academy is to win, and to win that is a pretty coveted deal.
He's a defensive head coach. He was a defensive coach, pretty darn good. That's why he got the job. Can you tell us about your defense? Maybe a summary of what is the Navy defense?
I think you got 11 guys foaming at the mouth to terrorize the opposing offense. You got guys up front trying to take advantage of the weakest athletes on the field in the offensive line, and guys on the back end trying to change the picture, make it complicated for the offense but simple for us.
What about offensively? I watch you guys play. I see some really cool formations, different tempos.
Yeah, I just really call it just a lot of smoke and mirrors. I think what we try to focus on is every play looks the same until it doesn't. As far as our motion timing, as far as where our eyes go on different reads and things like that. And just going off what the defense does, if they want to, bring people down. They're going to throw it over their heads. You know, if they want to just play hard-nosed football, we can do that as well.
I love talking to you guys. I was giving you a hard time because I saw you doing this at Navy. Are you clapping like a lot of the teams?
Yeah, we're clapping.
Yeah.
When we get in the gun, it's a clap every time.
Yeah. When you guys huddle, seems like there's a lot of different personnel coming and going. Are you using the quarterback to coach
the coach
mechanism?
player helps a lot.
Can you tell me how that's benefited you the last year or
Yeah,
so?
it's benefited a lot because, you know, sometimes, you know, he has the bird's eye view. He's able to see some things, and we can go back and forth, especially when we get to the sideline. But he's out there telling me some things to watch out for, some keys to look at, and I think that helps out a lot, especially when we're making our checks on the line, you know, whether we got a 3 technique, 5 technique, that kind of thing.
If I got to spend a month with you at training camp, what do you think is going to come out of this training camp? What's coming out of the tunnel for the opener this year? What do you envision?
Yeah, well, I'm excited. I think we're, you know, we lost some really good leadership, lost a lot of production, but I think we got some great pieces. I think we had some concerns going into last season that are going to be strengths for us this year. So I'm excited about the work that they put in going back to January. I think we made a lot of progress throughout the course of the summer. Guys like these two guys are great leaders for us, and some other leaders have emerged, and they're hungry. Right? There's no sense of complacency. You know, we talked about in January, it's not about sustaining, it's about building off of what we've done the last 2 years. So there's certainly some expectations now for our program, and I think these guys are hungry to live up to that.
I watch you a lot because you're on TV a lot. You know, you're very composed. You're very composed down there. What's the one thing that just makes you take the headset? Yeah. Is there anything that's the boiling point for Coach Newberry?
You know, you know, we're going to make mistakes, and I'm okay.
But what's the
with
one
that,
thing?
right?
Come on, it's
lack of effort or physicality. That'll get me going pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, I'm pretty even keel.
Well, you summarize. You've seen him at close range. How do you explain him to America? What's it like playing for him?
Coach Newberry, I think he's pretty reserved, but he's got a fiery side to him too. You know, wants to compete and wants to win just like everyone else in our program, and it's more of like you don't want to make a mistake because, you know, not that he's all rah-rah gonna chew you out, but it's more like you just disappointed the,
you don't want to let him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I think the exact same thing. Like, he's very stoic. So, like, when you make a mistake, he's not running up to you yelling. He's going to come whisper in your ear and just tell you that you did something wrong. And for me, that hurts so much more. It's like, you know, you just made a big mistake.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's really on you. But he really wants to learn. Like you said, he's defensive-minded. So when he comes into the offensive room, he's just asking a lot of questions, getting our minds going, seeing what we're thinking and stuff like that. I think that helps out a lot.
I just love the guys that come out of an academy because you guys have this mental toughness. There's a training. I think there's a degree of mental toughness that you guys have that none of us really understand. And I want to hear from you. Like, there's going to be adversity in a football season. We're going to be down 12-0. Ball's going to be ricocheted, intercepted. Somebody's going to get hurt. There's going to be a bad penalty. What's your message to your team when things are going really bad?
Play the next play.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's a 1-0 mentality in our program. I know it's a little bit of coach speak, obviously, but our guys have done a tremendous job of embracing that mentality. And you look at last year's games; there were 4 games that were won by a total of 8 points.
I know.
And so it's about deserving success and preparing the right way and putting in the work and embracing the process. And when you do that, when you get in those moments, right, you're going to find ways to win games. And these guys have been able to do that the last couple of years, and I think it'll be the same way this year.
Last couple things. Can you give us an idea of what a schedule is like for you during the season? You got to wake up early. You have a lot of responsibilities. What's a normal day like that's challenging?
Normal day, I'd give you a Tuesday schedule for us. It's the hardest practice. Wake up, we get sleep in a little bit around like 7-ish. We got breakfast check. And then class starts at 7:45, and you're in class all morning until lunch around 11:30, and then lunch comes around. You either eat real quick and then go to meetings or lift or whatever it may be that day. Go back to class for a couple hours, and then you go out to some more meetings. I think starting around like 3-ish, and then you're on the practice field for a couple hours, and then get off, have a night's worth of homework. And then, you know, set it off. And
it's not a night's worth of homework. It's like, what are you majoring in?
I'm a quantitative economics major.
That's unbelievable, man. Yeah. What are you majoring in?
Data science.
What?
Data science.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, it's thermodynamics. Go to lunch, go to meetings, go to chemistry, and then there's no breaks in the schedule.
Yeah, but there's no break on the football field either.
No, sir. No excuses either.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's good, man. Well, I just want to tell you good luck. It's really great to meet you. And
We appreciate it.
I'm pulling for you. I'll tell you that, man.
Yes, sir.
Great to meet you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us, Coach.
Thank you. Will you sign my helmet, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely.
North Texas, a mean green, brand new head coach, Neil Brown. You've been around. I mean, you've been in a lot of good places, and you brought a new staff to North Texas. It's going to be a completely different brand of football, and you got a lot of new players.
Yeah.
I just want to hear about that transition, man.
Coach, we got everybody in the building's new staff. We have 70 new players, and so, yeah, man, we're ready to get rolling.
How's that possible?
Well,
How's that possible? Everybody's
never done it before, and so got there in first week of December, hit the ground running, and had to put together a plan. We thought we'd be going about 35 guys in the portal, and the number kept going up, and we got all the way to 50. I think we're at 53 portal guys, and so it was an experience. You know, we took our time with staff, and we feel like we got it's a really young staff, which, you know, I don't know about you, but I'm energized being around the young people, and then we went and got some guys that had a bunch of production. We basically got 3 different groups of guys on the team. We've got a group of returners that we're excited about that chose to stay, and there's going to be some really good players, kind of guys that are next up, that were kind of backup special team guys last year. Then we got another group that were moving up from either Division II, FCS, lower group of 5. They're moving up, and then we got a group that are coming down from the Power 4. And so those are our roster is basically those 3 groups of people.
So this is a big training camp.
Oh, huge.
I mean, we got to bring these guys together. Why are you at North Texas? Tell me, Coach Brown, Texas, what brought you together?
Well, first, Coach Pivotal, my linebacker coach, really had a big impact on me. Like, he's just a very energetic and just charismatic guy, and he just really, like, I'll just tell you this. When we were in my meeting, when I came to visit here, I had my mom, my dad in the meeting and everything, and then Coach Pivotal was giving his whole spiel about, you know, the school and like his coaching style, and then I just looked to my right and I saw my mom crying. So I'm like, yeah, this is I'm here. So
Felt it.
Yeah.
You've been around.
I have.
I mean, you look at your background. You were with my guy Max Crosby at Eastern Michigan, right?
Yep.
And then you go, where'd you at? Mississippi State?
Yes, sir.
How'd you end up at North Texas?
The opportunity and you know, something that first thing that came to mind when we had a conversation, Coach Brown's office, when we came on my official visit. First thing he asked me was to tell me about myself. And so like that family environment that we have, I think it's something special, and I think that's ultimately what led me to come to North Texas.
This is a big challenge, man, to bring a group of guys together that have never met each other and played together to go out in this conference and be ready to roll. What are you going to do as veteran players to make that happen in the next 3 weeks?
I mean, like the whole summer we've been focusing on team bonding and connection, and
Great.
I feel like we've done a great job with that. Like the whole defense come together. Like we'll get together after practice. We'll get extra work, and like even like this morning, like when we were about to leave early, we saw some DBs at 5 a.m. getting work. So it's like we're for sure getting work, and yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's easy to, you know, use the excuse and say it's hard, but at the end of the day, like this is the new landscape of college football. So we got 70 plus new players, and, you know, we got to be able to bond together. So some things that we've done over the summer, we have a leadership council, and we've all been holding each other accountable. Like, it's been airtight. So if there's something wrong, we're fixing it. And even from the players, like if there's something wrong with the leadership council, they're calling us out. So just having that connection and being able to trust each other, like that's ultimately what matters the most.
I think too, Coach, is we basically had this group since the 3rd week of January. So we added 18 high school players that came in June, but most of our production that we're going to have this year has been there since January. And really what we concentrated on, they can tell you, we started on guys in their unit, right? Linebacker, tight ends, kind of getting to know each other in their units. And then
collectively.
And then we went to offense and defense kind of during the spring. And then our focus this summer is just trying to get them all connected. That's the biggest challenge. We got talent.
It helps to have a veteran head coach who's been around the block. I mean, this guy's been in big-time college football. He's won everywhere he's been. But adversity will hit.
No doubt.
And I want to see, it's all nice, we're undefeated, we're at these press conferences, you guys are being celebrated, but you're down 13-0. All of a sudden, the ball's intercepted, somebody gets hurt, a couple calls get against us. It really gets dark. What's your message going to be then?
Well, I think it has to be. That's why the connection's so important. We're going to have adversity. We open up with the national champions. You know, we're not easing into this deal. So
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah. So it's an ability. I think we got veteran guys, Coach. So let me start with this. We got veteran guys. We were looking for three things in this process, man. We wanted guys that had humility, and they wanted to be coached and knew they didn't have all the answers. We wanted guys that were really driven. Right, and talking about those three groups of people, the thing that all those three groups of people have in common is they want to be better, right? And they're driven. And then we want smart guys that really understood football, choices, and decisions. And so we went through the process looking for those three things. And if we got the right people and we can get them connected, then we're going to be able to overcome some adversity because we're going to have it. Our schedule's challenging, especially early on. And so we got the right guys. You know, we've tried to challenge. We've created our own adversity. It's different when you're on the road and all of a sudden something hits. But we've tried to create our own adversity, and our guys will be up for it.
That's great. Indiana, you get a chance to play the defending champions. They probably have no idea what's coming out of the tunnel.
No,
either.
they don't.
They don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little unsure too, Coach. So
that'll be something else. You can't look that far down the road yet. No. What are the 2 or 3 things you want done in training camp?
Well, it goes back to the connection. You hit on this very first thing. You know, and you know this from coaching for a very long time, is we got to be a connected group, and so I think that's the first challenge. And then on defense, I think we've got to be physical, and we've got to be able to shed blocks. We've got to be able to tackle, and so we're going to be physical during fall camp. And then on offense, we've got to be able to run the football and be able to set up some things in an explosive pass game. But we've got to be able.
What's that like? Excuse me. What's that like? I mean, offensively, last year you guys were throwing 48 points. You know, I mean, statistics were like off the chart, man.
Yeah.
But now you're going to play a more conventional style. Well, you might open it up. We don't know what the heck's going on, but do you feel pressure to?
No, I think really is our brand, and this goes back to even before Eric got there in North Texas, is have played offense at a really high level. You know, total offense, scoring offense, explosive plays.
Yeah.
So I think it's no different when that's ingrained within the tradition of the program. Like our guys on offense, Max will tell you, we expect to go out and score every time, you know, and so that's kind of the mentality. And to Eric's credit, they ran the ball well last year. I think they ran it for like a 195 a clip, and we ran the ball really well the last couple of years at West Virginia. What I believe in is I think to win championships, you got to be able to run the ball, you got to be able to stop the run, and for us offensively, being able to run the ball, set up some downfield shots.
What is the one thing that just ticks you off, that makes you fire the headset? Just so these guys know. Is there anything that's like the breaking point?
Yeah, we got to play through the whistle. You know, the one thing that's non-negotiable is we're going to play hard. We challenge them every single day. We challenge them every day. We got this video that we show in front of the whole team, and then they got to do some things they don't like if they get on the loaf list. That's the non-negotiable. We must play hard. Period.
I got some great videos I'd love to send you to show these guys. I got to ask you this because I was thinking about coaching and all the challenges that are out there. Is there any second guessing continuing to do this?
No, I think last year was really good for me. So I was in leadership for 17 consecutive years. I was an OC for 7, head coach for 10. And then last year I went and was an assistant for Sark at Texas, and it was able to kind of take a back seat a little bit and look at the whole organization and give you some time. And so I called it the halftime of my career. You know, I took a little halftime.
It's good for you.
Yeah, got some water, hydrated, got shake, and now let's go.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know what a mean green is? You know what it stands for?
What?
What is it?
I know about Joe Mean Green.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Who?
that. Mean
Joe
Joe Green. I'm so sorry. But because I asked you this on my visit, it came from a fan who was cheering Go Mean Green. But my whole life, I grew up thinking it was about Mean Joe Green.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of people probably think it's about Mean Joe Green as well.
Yeah.
Now, he is the best player in school
Did
history.
you ever see his tape?
I have.
Mean Joe Green?
I have.
Go on YouTube, have your video guy put it up.
Hey, we got him queued up
You want
for
to see a
the
freaking
opening
badass?
the opening day of fall camp. And here's the coach. Like, he is still an imposing figure. Like, he's got the biggest hands. Like, I knew him from when he was a scout. going back when I was early in my coaching career, he was still scouting for the Steelers at the time. But when he came in our offices back in, I think it's February probably, the thing that struck out is how big he is and how big his hands are.
Yeah.
You know, I can just see him putting hands on tackles back in the day.
Are you wearing the green dot?
No. Yeah, you'll wear the green dot.
Show me, get up there. Show me one of your favorite routes. I mean, you're a veteran tight end. I already saw that. These guys, these defensive guys, they can't draw worth a damn. You know that, you guys?
Let's see. You're drawing the
Erase it
wrong
all.
way.
You got to be quicker. I just want to see an individual route. You're tight end. Give me a route that you love, that you know you're going to be good at.
I love smash concept, but I love having an option between a corner and a post.
Poco?
Yep, a little poco.
Look at him.
So I'll come here.
Cover 2, where are you going? Better.
Coming right here.
What if it's 3 deep? What if it's all out blitz? Where are you going? 0.
Go based off the leverage.
That's a great answer. At full speed.
Yes, sir.
What's a hot receiver?
Hot receivers got blitz coming, hot route. First guy right there.
Man. See, you guys got to bring that veteran leadership. You guys got a great opportunity.
Yes,
North
sir.
Texas, I mean, what you guys have been able to do, you got to really be honest. That's a cool life you've had, man.
It is.
Being out there all over the country playing college football. You too, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Big fan of yours.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll be giving you my number, and if I can ever help, I'm always on call. I got me and Joe Green's jersey hanging in my office.
That's cool.
All right, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Will you sign my helmet, Coach?
Yes.
Hey, I'm excited. Coach Huff, thanks for being here with the Memphis Tigers. Welcome to Memphis. You know, you did a great job at Marshall. You've been all over. You worked for a lot of great head coaches, and you've done a great job. What is it about Memphis? If I was to come with you guys for about a month for training camp, what do you anticipate fans seeing coming out of the tunnel with the Tigers?
Well, I think you would love it because I'm old school, hard-nosed, disciplined. If we could snap the ball 600 times in a day, I'd snap the ball 600 times in a day. I think as this game has changed, there's still a toughness and there's still a hardcore foundation to it. I think the only way to become tough is to go through tough. So that would be the first thing. Once we got done, we'd take you downtown Memphis and get you some good barbecue because that's part of our fabric, is our community, our fans. But on the field, toughness and discipline is kind of who we are. I think if you carry those traits in life, you can be successful.
You know, I'm looking at the Memphis team last year. We had Seth Hennigan in my office. He's a quarterback at Memphis. And I got a lot of respect for what Memphis is on the football field. But I look, you don't have a lot of starters coming back from last year.
No.
It's almost like a whole new team. And I start meeting you guys. Weren't you at Portland State?
Yes, sir.
I want to know both of you, what is it about Coach Huff? What is it about Memphis that brought you to Memphis? What do you see? Why'd you do this?
I feel like it's, first off, it's the people in the program. I feel like Coach Huff it's just his ideals and just the way he goes about life in general, the way he attacks each and every day, the way that he demands that you get better or you won't be a part of the program. Like, just the way he operates is just very attractive to me because, like, I'm a person that wants to get better each and every day. Someone who strives for it, someone who looks for it, someone who enjoys it. I feel like just being around that each and every day makes me a better person and makes me a better player. So, and every single part of every single bit of the program says that. Strength, education, the strength conditioning program, the education program, the nutrition, everything.
What about you? I hear you come from the Netherlands,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You've been at Old
Born, not
Dominion.
raised.
How
Yes,
the
sir.
hell did you end up at Memphis, man?
Man, I was born in the Netherlands, raised in the 757, but I found my way out to Memphis for my last year of football, and I decided to follow Coach Huff and his great staff. They expect the most out of everybody every day. They expect excellence, and the city is great, man. Like, the food's great. The people, they show a lot of love to the team. Like, anywhere you go wearing Memphis gear, it's always somebody saying, "Go Tigers." So it's
You're
lot
a
of
dragon killer, man, as a head coach. I mean, you pulled some great upsets at Marshall. And, you know, I look at your career, you've been around this game a long time. And I'm looking at college football now. I don't know if I could do it with this NIL this transfer portal dealing with you guys.
Yeah.
You got to try to build a culture. How the hell do you build a culture with all the guys transferring, coming and going? You got to deal with the alumni. You got to raise money. You got to put together game plans. You got to deal with your coaches. You got to hire and keep guys. Why the hell are you still doing this, man?
Well, I love changing young men's lives. Once you get all the dust out of the way, and I say dust because it's great, right? NIL, transfer portal, that's great. Once you clear all that out, still to the core, you're changing lives. You're still affecting young men's lives, whether you got them for 6 months or you got them for 2 years. As much as there is noise around it, once you get them in the locker room, no one's walking around with a price tag that says, hey, I'm making $6, you're making $12. And if you recruit the right-minded people, they buy into the culture. They buy into wanting to get better. They buy into wanting to get to know each other. So I still think there's some true core values to football that the outside noise wants us to not think about. When they shut that door and you go in that locker room 6 minutes before you come out for the game, nobody's thinking about how much they're making.
I watch you down there on the field, and I see you get upset sometimes, man. I want your players to hear this. What's the one thing that just pisses you off, makes you throw the headset? What's the one thing that...
Yeah, jumping off sides. I mean, it's the easiest thing in America. Just watch the ball.
Don't forget that.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard, is it?
Who are the two guys at Memphis? Because you got a lot of new guys. You got a lot of guys you've never even played with. Who are the two guys that you're looking forward to playing with the most? Who can't wait to hit the field with?
I really just can't wait to hit the field with my whole O-line as a unit. I can't say no guy specifically because we're all working so hard together and going through a lot of toughness all day. So it's going to be a great experience going out there on the field with them.
Give me a couple guys that you're thinking about.
The whole defense.
Give me a couple guys so I can hear their names. Give me some guys to look for.
Watch the game. You're going to hear them.
What are you guys doing on defense that you like?
Getting better each and every day.
Is it multiple? Is it a lot of blitzing, different coverages? Is it a lot of stuff?
We run a 4-2-5. We run a 4-2-5 defense. We're really multiple in the back end. Simulated twos, simulated threes, cheat, quarters. We run everything. So we're really multiple in the back end. But we base our 4-2-5.
Offensively, what is our goal? What are we doing on offense?
Playing fast. That's really all it is. We're going to tempo the ball and snap the ball as fast as we can. And we're going to slow it down maybe here and there, but our goal is really just play as fast as possible.
I got a feeling that the contingency plan is always as important as the plan itself. There's going to be a time this year where you're going to hit adversity. Somebody might get injured. You might be behind 13-0. Ball's tipped, intercepted. What's your message as the head coach when times get really tough?
Yeah, we talk about suffering well, which is, for us, it's find the positive in the negative, right? Find the positive in your suffering. If you understand that adversity is going to come, tough times are going to come, okay, what is the learning lesson through those? You can sit and you can wallow, whoa, it's me. Or you can say, hey, we got a tip ball because I didn't run my feet. Hey, we didn't score on that drive because we didn't convert on third down. So if we understand how to suffer well, we'll learn through those adversities instead of just suffering through. Maybe it's a loss. What do we learn from that? Because it could help us 3 weeks down the road. So that's something we believe in. I think if you carry that not only in football but in life, you look at things as a positive, not necessarily a negative. You talk to yourself rather than listening to yourself in those moments. You convince yourself, hey, we can bounce back from being down 13-0. Hey, I may have gotten fired on my job. I can find another job. So we talk about those things and build it in the culture and the mentality of our guys. Because you're right, it's going to hit everything. We're not going to win every game by 60. Every play is not going to be perfect. Somebody's going to miss a tackle. So in those moments, we understand you got to suffer well. Suffer well, learn through the moments, and move forward.
Your roommate was one of my former players, Darian Barnes. I know who you are, man. Were you able to bring a lot of the coaches with you to Memphis that you've worked with in the past? Can you give us a summary of who you got with you?
Yeah, that's been a big part of what helps. We were able to bring some coaches and players. Lance Guidry's our defensive coordinator. He was my defensive coordinator, Marshall, and we beat Notre Dame, so I've had familiarity with him and his system. We were able to bring some of the coaches that were there. Our DB coach came with us. Kevin Decker is our offensive coordinator. We went against him 4 years in a row at Marshall when he was at ODU. As a coach, you always know that guy that always gives you the latest nights trying to figure out how you're going to stop him is a guy you probably want to hire. So he's done a good job. And then our strength and conditioning staff, he's been with us since I've started being a head coach. Our trainer's been with us since I've become a head coach. The core of our foundation has been the same. So when you do bring in 71 new players, at least you have multiple people in your building that know the message, that know the culture. That makes it easier. We were able to bring 19 guys with us from Southern Miss. So that's like our senior class, right? Because they know the message, they know the culture, they know the expectations. So now they go in the locker room and they can help spread that message. So our philosophy, our process is application, not theory. It's worked before. Because it's worked before, we know what to look for now. We've adjusted it and tinked it and tweaked it the whole way, but we know it works. We've been through it before with mass rebuilds or mass retoolings. We've been through it before with new conferences. So we feel confident that we're in a good place with the progress that we still have to make.
You know, with all this transfer stuff, you still have to go to school. You still want to get a degree. Real quick, what's it like being a college student at Memphis? I've always wanted to know that.
I mean, I've already gotten my degree, so I didn't spend too much time on campus. But I mean, it's good.
You've already got your degree?
Yes, sir. I
What's it in?
Exercise science.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
From Memphis?
From Old Dominion.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
You get a degree from Old Dominion, and now you're playing for Memphis. What's that like? How do you explain that to your fans, your family, man? Do you feel like
you gotta do both parts? You can't just play football or just go to school. You gotta be able to do both, and being able to excel at both is, I mean, a blessing. So.
Yeah. How do you fit in at Memphis? You're from all over the country, man. Do you like it out there?
I love it. I love it. I have my mom's dad's side is actually from Jackson, Tennessee, so like 45-hour away. She actually got buried in Jackson too, so it's very familiar for me. So I love it in Memphis.
That's good. Well, I can't wait to watch you guys. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time. If I keep you too long, I get screamed at. It's great to meet you finally, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
Do a hell of a
Thank
job,
you.
man.
Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Will you sign my helmet?
Absolutely.
I collect autographs now. Nice to meet you guys. Are you going to be wearing a green dot?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
What do you
sir.
get on that green dot that you need? What do you get out of that green dot? Down in distance, call?
The call fast. If you give me the call fast, I know exactly what to do. I already know what I'm looking for. So.
What kind of communication do they ask of you? Do you have to
Rip
hand
lid,
signal?
set the front.
Lies
identify,
off.
Yeah, identify the formation, identify who's going in motion, flip the lineman's going.
Some of
somebody's
these
going in
turbo
motion.
tempos, man, you got to get that. You got to have some safe calls, right?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they going so fast. You got to get everybody lined up, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good. Well, let's communicate. Let's get after some people's
Yes, sir.
ass.
Yes, sir.
I can't
Sir.
wait to watch
Honor
you,
meeting
man.
you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are here fired up to meet you guys. I just love Army. I thank you for your service. And I thank you guys for just being great future Americans. And I mean to tell you, I've seen one game at Army, and I know the kind of pressure that you guys are under. I got to ask you this, Brady. I'm going to start with you. It's not a typical college environment. It's not just study hall and lifting weights and football, and it's all kind of stuff.
Yep.
Do you ever wake up and go, why am I doing this?
You know, in the beginning, there was just some like, wow, like my life has just took a drastic turn. But, you know, you have a lot of support at West Point. And, you know, biggest thing for me as a freshman was just getting into a rhythm. And once you get into that rhythm and kind of find your way to balance your time and balance football and school, it gets a lot easier.
How about you, Owen?
About the same story. Like your first few months going through cadet basic training there, big culture shock, whole new world.
Yeah.
But once you get in through it and realize how much support you have there, it turns it. You find.
I
your
mean,
groove.
there's no NIL money. There's no transfer portal, man. There's no normalcy really in your everyday college life. Why are you doing it? What's the end game?
So there's a different reason why we go to West Point, sir, as you know. Different why. A lot of that's just service to the country and a life of service. That's what my faith has brought me to, and I'm grateful for. And then once you get there and learn the boys around you, it just is even more enjoyable.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you?
Yeah, so kind of like what Owen said, you know, we have a bigger purpose other than football, you know, to lead this country one day as officers. But, you know, like you said, no NIL, and we love that. We pride ourselves on that. And, you know, we play for each other, and I think that's what separates us from the rest.
This Sergeant Curtin, he's a nurse, you know, so if anything happens to me, I'm in good hands.
You know that.
But
Yes,
I want
sir.
to ask about Monken. Coach Monken, he's one of my favorite coaches. I think it's amazing that he's been at Army for these amount of years.
Yes, sir.
I can't believe another team, you know, hasn't come in and gotten him out. He loves it.
Yeah.
I got to ask you guys, who is Monken? What's it like playing for him in this offense? It's one of the coolest offenses I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, he's a very demanding leader, and, you know, he takes charge, and he puts a lot of trust both in the players and the coaching staff, and, you know, he runs a tight ship, and I think that's why we're successful.
What is your offense? I mean, last year you had a quarterback that carried the ball 305 times, man.
Yeah.
What is the offense? How would you describe that to football fans?
Run the ball down your throat.
Yeah, and run it down
Until
your
you
throat.
drop that safety down, and we're going to throw it over your head.
You got a new quarterback. Tell me about him.
Now we have the same quarterback, Cale Helms, same guy.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
That's right, he
He's
is
our
back.
grade. Yep. So, you know, he's coming back. He's hungry, and, you know, I'm excited to see what he does this season.
So long snapping, I got to ask you, give me 2 or 3 key coaching points on snapping a ball.
Snapping
if
a
you
ball.
can look at my cameras
Look
here.
at the cameras. Look
Yeah,
over there.
Look at that guy.
First
Is there
and
a grip?
foremost, a grip.
Is there a grip?
I kind of got taught by my high school coach, Coach Beischer. Taught me just grabbing it as you would throw it, and then just add that guide hand like a basketball, like
Let's see
taking a
it.
shot, and just letting it rip. Biggest thing's confidence. And confidence fuels everything. How you play, how you move, all that. So once you get the confidence there, and then it's just reps, a bunch of reps. And
So what is your major?
my major is engineering management, sir.
And what do you want to do with that?
We'll see. We'll see how long I end up being in the military for, and then hopefully go get to lead a big corporation one day.
And then the Commander's Chief Trophy, Air Force, Navy. Tell me about how important that is in your world.
Yeah, it's everything. We pride ourselves on getting that trophy back to West Point. You know, I'd say it's one of the biggest rivalries in college football, and you know those games are personal, and you know everybody knows it, they know it, and you know it just always is a battle.
I got to ask, you're in high school. You could have gone to a lot of places.
Yes, sir.
What in the heck took you to Army? I mean, I want to know why you went there.
One of the big things was just once I got there for the first time, you really got to go see it. Because once you're there, as you've seen, Coach, like after that first time, you're like, it's a different kind of atmosphere, different kind of people, different kind of environment. And it's just awesome. It's rooted in history since 1802. School's always prided itself on duty, honor country. And those really hit your heart, and it's either for you or it's not. And that's a big value.
What about you, Brady?
Yeah, so I was pretty under recruited in high school. Just people didn't think I was big enough to play at certain levels, which is fine. And you know, I got offered by Army. Coach Matt Drinkle, head coach at Central Michigan now.
Yeah.
He recruited me, and he took a chance on me. And you know, the biggest thing that I fell in love with right away when I got there was I walked into that weight room and I saw one of the Get Big Friday lifts, and you know that place was jumping. They were going crazy, and I could just tell, you know, the brotherhood was real, and that it was something that I wanted to be a part
I'm
of.
really impressed with your system of football. Your quarterback, I mean, that guy's tough as hell, man.
Very tough.
And short yardage, he'll sell out to get the first down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he will.
I want to know about Monken. What's he like? If I had him wired up for sound, give me a summarization of what he's like on game day.
Yeah, so on game day, he, I'd say he's like kind of quiet in the beginning until he's got to, you know, get us going if need be. But he has a lot of trust in us, and you know we go for it on fourth down. If it's anything within that marker, we're going for it. We have
You
4
guys,
downs to get it
not
first.
to interrupt you, but you guys run the ball against everybody.
Everyone.
I mean, I pick up the stat sheet. It's a lot of attempts. It's a lot of yardage. You run it on 3rd and 6.
Yep.
You'll run it on 4th and 4.
Yep.
And you're not the biggest lineman. Is it the splits? Is it the stances? Is it the leverage, the techniques? What is it up front that makes you guys such a good offensive line?
It's 100% the toughness and the lethality that we play with. We pride ourselves on being the toughest offensive line in the country. You know, I take it back to our sophomore year when we won the Joe Moore Award. You know, that was by far one of the better groups that I've ever been a part of. And, you know, I'm super excited for this season coming up because we have a special group of offensive linemen coming back, a lot of returners.
4 starters,
Yeah,
right?
4 starters back. And then Kyle Kloska most likely is going to fill in that left guard position. And, you know, we haven't skipped a beat losing Will Jeffco with him in there. So I'm just super excited for the
And
opportunity.
then the communication piece. The center, he's got to be the guy now. That quarterback's, he's tired. He's running the ball.
No doubt.
What's the communication like for the center What are some things that you have to get done in there?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I identify the front and, whatever play we're running. A lot of teams like to try and move last second, which is fine. They try to throw us off. But, it just goes back to a lot of reps with your guards, especially in the guard box. And, last second communication that we can make so we can make changes on the fly. And, it's worked for us.
Last question.
Yes,
Give me
sir.
2 guys you can't wait to play with this fall on your team. I get 2 names.
Start with. I mean, one of them is obviously Brady Small. I got to say Stephen Ndozi, too, who's our other captain. 2 great guys that we went to prep school together, so we've been together this our 5th season getting to play football together. So I got to say those 2 guys, but, I mean, they're all equal. We're a brotherhood.
Who can you not wait to see?
Samari Howard, one of the toughest slots in the country, and Brady Anderson, wide receiver, absolute dog. Wait until you see what he does this season.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me, man.
Of course.
I'll be pulling for you.
Yeah, appreciate
Good
that.
luck to you.
Appreciate that, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant. Good to see you, man. Let me see your stance. Can I see a quick stance? Let me see.
A little different stance. I'm at a 4-point.
You mean stand behind you?
No.
Oh, I know your stance it's unique. Nobody does this. What is the purpose of a 4-point stance at center?
So
I'll be the only guy in America that is going to ask that question.
Yeah.
I've not seen that by anybody.
Yeah, so because we run the ball a lot, I don't know, when I got here, we were like full triple, and then we kind of started expanding it out a little bit, and that's just what I was taught, 4 points. I personally like it a lot because, I get more momentum going forward against the D lineman, get lower.
I mean, it's
Great.
you got leverage right out of the chute, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, good luck to you, man. You're
Sir.
my kind of guy. I want to
Appreciate
coach you
that.
one of these days.
Yeah,
man.
I hope so.
Good to see you, Owen. Good luck, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
See you
it.
guys. Okay, last but not least, we have the commissioner of the American Conference, Tim Pernetti. Thank you for letting us come down here, having a chalkboard, having a table.
Great
that
to
was
have you
one of the
guys.
great thrills of my life to meet 14 head coaches, about 50 different players. You got to be proud of this league.
We really are. I think the coaches are a great example. Like, we have a lot of elite coaches in this league. We're building championship programs in the league. And I will say our players, they don't get starstruck by much, but it's a lot of John Gruden talk out in the hallway. But you being here, I think, is a great reinforcement of who we are as a league. It's a league that's on the rise, and we're really proud of the talent.
I've taken a lot of notes, and I've been studying this league, and I'll be honest with you, 4 of your head coaches last year got plucked out of here.
Yeah.
3 of them went to the SEC. 1 of them went to Oklahoma State. Obviously, they recognize the talent of the coaches. Then I look at some of the top players from last year. They got plucked out of this league. How does that make you feel? Does it tick you off? That would really tick me off if they were plucking my best talent out of this league.
Well, I'd be lying if I said
You don't get compensation. You're not getting anything when they take these players.
No, we're not. I'd lie by saying that it didn't bother me. But certainly we would love to have our student athletes and coaches stay in the league as long as possible. Having said that, we have a recipe in the American for identifying talent, investing, developing, and opening up new doors and opportunities, and we're proud of that. People said to me last year, aren't you surprised coaches are leaving? I was like, of course we're not surprised. This is a league that's loaded with talent and elite coaches. So in a lot of ways, I do think it's important for the American Conference to be strong in college football because it serves the autonomy conferences, right? We're part of a larger ecosystem. And then what do? You met the coaches. We just reload with good coaches, more talent, and we just do it every single year. So this thing is built for distance, this league. We've got a recipe in this league that works.
If I was a coach, I asked every guy, I don't know if I could coach anymore with the NIL, the transfer portal, having to hire and keep my coaches, dealing with alumni, raising money, putting together game plans. I mean, it's harder than it's ever been to be a coach. What is your role as the commissioner with these coaches? Because I know they got to be calling you, complaining about everything from officiating to the budget to the schedule. How do you handle that as the commissioner of this 14-team football league?
I think rule number 1 is you be a good listener. You pick up the phone, you answer the text messages, and you can't just be in reactive mode. Our coaches, every single week of the season, our coaches, win or lose, they hear from me after a game. I'm either congratulating them or I'm encouraging them to get on to the next game. But I hear about everything. And listen, I think a commissioner typically gets blamed for everything, and that's the job, and that's okay. But rule number 1 is just listen to what they have to say. What I know about our coaches is, I'm not the complaint department. We have a lot of coaches that are big on accountability, and they accept the things that happen in front of them, and they're working on trying to improve things. My job at the end of the day is to build a business and modernize the industry around them to create resources to give them the ability to do more, including for their student athletes.
I complain a lot because I'm a professional complainer now. And thank you for tolerating me. But this college playoff system really bothers me. Last year, Tulane got in. Does the American Conference deserve a spot in the playoffs? Can they legitimately compete for a national championship? What's your vision for the American Conference this year and moving forward?
The American Conference is building championship level programs.
Mm-hmm.
We've proved that. And if you look at last year, Tulane ended up in the college football playoff, but North Texas almost was the second American Conference team in the playoff. And if you look at the playoff historically over the history that it's existed, the American Conference was the #1 team at that level almost every single year. So we expect to compete at that level. As you look at the future of the playoff, I think the big question on everybody's mind, Coach, is access, right? You have a 12-team playoff. It's working really well. It's never been more viewed and consumed, but there's no magic number. Like, what number is there out there that convinces everybody that who doesn't get in that it's okay? If you're just on the outside of any number, it's not going to be okay. But I think the playoff does need to expand, but it should only be acceptable if it expands and creates access for every conference, not some at the cost of others. Like, that doesn't work. But in our case, like, we don't do a whole lot of talking about it. We just sort of shut up, line up, and show people on the field. And the last couple of years, we've done our talking in that way. The conference is respected at that level, including in the selection committee room. But look, our job is to line up every week and win football games. But we make it difficult in the selection committee room, and we intend to continue to do that.
You've done a great job making this league competitive. I mean, there's a lot of good coaches, good players. We proved that last year. But what's your message to the fans? We got to get more seats occupied by fans. I think we can do a lot better job. How do we do that?
Listen, an investment in a ticket is an investment in a student athlete. You know, and the reality is, like, right now, what's upsetting to me generally, because college football changed my life, having the opportunity to play it, is we're talking about more stuff that's not tied to the actual mission of what this thing is. Like, college sports is education through sport. You use your sport to get an education. And instead, we're talking about money, and we're talking about NIL, and we're talking about the transfer portal. We're talking about all these things that have happened. But we're forgetting that 99 out of 100 student athletes will never touch an NIL deal. It doesn't mean anything to them. They signed up for a school to have the best experience they could. So an investment in a seat is an investment in the experience of that student athlete. Like, if you love your school, don't you want that student athlete on Saturday to play in a championship environment? That's what you should want as a fan. And I think that's a small investment to make to have a great experience. Like, I've been in every stadium in our league more than once. We've got some sick atmospheres out there. Like, you think you've experienced college football? Like, show up in Army and Navy and then tell me what you think. But we've got some places out there that deserve to be experienced.
Yeah, you get around Army, Navy. I mean, they're in a different conversation of life.
Yeah.
Their status in this league, how are they able to win and compete without really participating in the NIL transfer portal piece?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. And I love to tell the stories. My first year as commissioner, Army won the championship. And it was their first year in the conference. And everywhere I go, people will say, Tim, like, how the hell did Army win against Tulane, who had like 9 or 10 players going to the NFL after that season? And I said, the fact that the academies are insulated from a lot of this, like no transfer portal, no NIL, no chaos, that gives Coach Monken and Coach Newberry a significant advantage. What is that advantage? They got kids for 4 years.
Yeah.
They recruit them, they develop them. You coached, you know, like, what has greater benefit to be able to build a culture over a period of time? So I think Army and Navy, they'll always have that advantage. Like, they might not look like a Division I football team, but they have the intangibles that this culture of sort of like transfer and money has diminished. But they'll always have that advantage.
Thanks for your time. I had just a couple more questions. Real quick.
You were reaching out. I thought we were shaking hands.
I got to just stop you here because this money thing,
yeah,
the salaries that we're paying players, I'm all for it. Heck, pay them all. I love it. But why isn't there any transparency? Why don't we know how much money every team is making? What's fair is fair. If you're a $2 million salary cap, or if you have a $2 million payroll and they got a $20 million payroll, shouldn't fans know that?
Yeah.
Isn't that more, I guess, fair for the coaching staff and the college football fans to know how much money each team is spending? There is a salary cap, in pro football.
Sure, and in the pro sports, you have transparency around those caps.
But we're essentially pro sports now, Tim.
Right. Well, to some extent. But remember, these kids are still trying to
paying
graduate
them.
and get an
We're
education. You're
paying
paying them, but pro athletes are not going to school, right? There's a distinguishing line there. But I agree, there should be more transparency. I think with more transparency comes the idea that everybody knows in a very specific way who's spending what and where. Are they under the cap? Where is the money over the cap coming from?
Yeah.
All these things just create gray area and confusion. The House settlement that set the $20 million cap, that cap is not a cap because you can bring third-party money in through your collective or through your multimedia rights part. That stuff has to stop. Like if we're going to have a cap, and if it needs to increase, fine. But let's have a hard cap and have transparency around what everybody is spending. Because otherwise, I think people are just going to get creative and play too many games in the gray area, and that's going to make it impossible for some programs to be able to close the gap and compete. But I'm with you. I vote for more transparency. I think the legislation that's being discussed in Washington right now gives us the opportunity to create more transparency. But that is too. Politics is politics. There's a lot of mountains to climb in order to get to the finish line.
Don't you love it when I complain? And
I just think
he's still going to take my calls.
I just think you're a curious person.
I don't
think you're a complainer.
I want to know why we got 3 owls in the American Conference.
You've been on that one for 2 years.
We got 3 owls. What are you going to do about that?
I'm not doing anything about it.
We can't have 3 owls.
We have some schools, like UConn plays a lot of schools in our league, and UConn's the last bastion of independence, the only independent left next to Notre Dame. And they have this fun thing where they're like, well, we play the 3 owls in the American. Yeah. So, if we can maybe do something with that on the business side, but, Coach, a commissioner's responsibility is limited. Like, I can't go change a nickname, so I'm going to steer clear of that. Focus on the stuff I can control.
You know what? We thank for all you're doing for this conference. This conference is really on the rise. We got 4 new head coaches. Are you pleased with the hirings of those 4 schools? Memphis,
love it.
USF, you got to love Huff and Heartline.
Love Huff and love Heartline, and you look at what they've done as coaches, like we're elevating our game in the coaching area. Coach Hall at Tulane did a terrific job there working with Coach Summerall. And the continuity, like if you look at their roster, they kept a lot of their roster.
And North Texas
together.
did it the opposite way.
Right. They lost the roster, but Coach Brown very quickly replaced everybody. And, Coach Mortensen came into that thing midstream last season, and his first game beats Memphis. So the competitive depth of the league is, I think, what is really attractive about it. But we've brought some great coaching talent in. And like I said in the beginning, we're just going to keep reloading and we're going to keep proving it on the field. We'll talk about it less and we'll just do more. We'll show people.
Last thing, what do you do during the season? Will you go to games, or do you sit in a private box somewhere and damage control?
I'm not much for the private box myself.
Where do you go? What do you do?
I travel every weekend.
Different games?
Yeah, and the beauty of our conference is, thanks to our partners at ESPN, we have some weeks where we have a Thursday game, a Friday game, and then we have games on Saturday. So some weekends I'm at 3 games, some I'm at 1 game, but my gig is always the same. I show up at the field an hour before kick. I walk the field. I shake hands with both coaches. I thank the officials because I know they have a tough job.
Yeah.
And then I find a neutral location on the field near the action. Like, I'm a football guy. I just love to hear the pads crack. I love to see the...
Well, you played. I mean,
yeah,
you played at
I
Rutgers.
love to be down there.
Well, I ask every head coach, what's the one thing that's his boiling point that really ticks you off? I asked every coach, what's the one thing that would set you off? What's the one thing that would make you throw your headset?
On game day?
Yeah.
As commissioner, it's when I get text messages about officiating during the game.
Yeah, during the game.
I'm pretty easy. I got a tolerance that's pretty high, but stuff like that, I think people think I magically can speak in officials' ears during a game about calls. But when you're texting about a call during a game, you're probably hanging with some donor in the box who doesn't like the call, and let's just text the commissioner and see what he could do.
Make a note of that, Jake. Let's text Pernetti during the game about officiating.
But you guys, I would take it differently.
No, thank you for your time, and thanks for this access today. I hope everybody enjoys the information that we got. You've done a hell of a job. This is going to be an exciting year.
Well, we love having Gruden goes along here. We love our relationship with you guys, and we appreciate all the exposure and all the attention you're giving to the American.
Will you sign our helmet?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Are you trying to devalue it?
Thank you. No, thank you. Love you, brother.
Thanks, Coach. Love you back.
Thank you.